Hello,
Great
welcome to
start.
the Info Pit. I'm here with your co-host, Absolute.
I'm Absolute, a full-time student by day and streamer by night.
And I'm your host, Fluffy EXE. I'm a full-time tech and engineering student and first commander of Div 3. That's for everybody in DI 3. If you're not, that doesn't mean anything to you.
Yeah, that's
And...
means
Ooh,
nothing.
for you...
It was it was like means nothing.
Yeah. As always, we're going to start off with just stupid stories of the day. What do you got
The
for us
week more
today,
like.
Abs?
Alright, start up our
Yeah,
stupid
well,
story segment.
kind of both. Are we going with Florida Man first? Yeah, we are.
We're gonna go
All
with
right.
Florida Man first.
All right.
Alright. Love you, we'll link that in
This is
chat
gonna
for
be
all of our
very
nice little
tradition.
chat boys.
Hit the boys.
Alright. Make sure everyone hear me. How you doing, chat? Anyone in chat doing good today? Other than everyone's having trouble with brushing their teeth from what I could see in the chat. A little confused what was going on there. Alright. Hell yeah. Alright. So let's start off.
Weird.
This year, I normally do put a joke in the title of these articles, simply because I find it very witty and fun. Smile. But I couldn't think of a good one. Oh wow, that destabilized. That was weird. But I couldn't think of a good one because the title of the article was too good. So I'm going to go ahead and read that off for you today. The title is Trio of Crime-Fighting Horses Help Volusia Deputies Saddle Fleeing Suspects in Florida.
Dude, it's the Ninja Turtles, but it's the horse version.
Ninja horses.
It's Ninja horses.
Alright. Things that I didn't think I'd need to worry. Wonder what?
I wonder how old they are, because, like, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so they need to be...
Yeah, it's actually the...
crime-fighting horses?
It is the mid-adolescence crime-fighting horses. These.
Okay,
so, there you go. That works out.
Actually.
But, I go on and read the article. The Volusia Country Sheriff's Office released aerial footage of the Wednesday morning chase on its Facebook page. You can catch it in the video player above. We're not going to look at that simply because the video quality is super bad. It doesn't actually show much. The video shows the suspect drives his vehicle across a lawn in a residential neighborhood. He then hops a fence and begins to run through a horse pasture. 3 horses spot the man and take off after him. At one point, the lead horse kicks the man, throwing him onto the ground before it runs away. Now, I'm not saying that you somehow pissed off a horse, but you somehow pissed off a horse. Good job, bud.
I think that's what you're saying.
I think that's exactly what I'm saying.
I think that's what you're saying, yeah.
But this man, the suspect then jumps back over the fences, quickly apprehended by sheriff deputies. The man now faces a number of criminal charges, including fleeing and attempting to elude, resisting arrest, and violation of probation. So this dude... And it doesn't say what he was doing where he was trying to get away that fast. It just says that he drove up there. But what kind of idiot you gotta be to try to not only run through the horse pasture, but get kicked and keep going? I think, man, this is a great idea. I like this. Yeah, this makes me feel alive with horses. Do you think he was friends with the horse girl in high school?
The sound of horses.
He was definitely friends with the horse girl in high school. That's all I'm saying. He trusted them way too easily. I'm just saying. All right.
Rude.
All right, but I could not figure out a better joke for this one. But I did find out a better joke for our next article.
Which
features some bite-sized pets. And you'll see why that's funny in just a second if you can go ahead and... Bite-sized support animals, excuse me. It's
not funny.
It's hilarious, you're right.
It's also in... Oh, this isn't even in Florida. Wow.
Alright. Meet Wally, a 4.5-foot-long emotional support alligator with razor-sharp teeth who likes to make new friends. Wait, the last one was in Florida. Why'd you say that?
It was in Florida.
Was it? Oh, we got 2 Florida then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
That's hilarious.
Give me a second. Give me a second.
Alright, while he's questioning his life decisions, let me just keep writing.
Yeah, Volusia
reading the
County,
article.
Florida. Right.
Yeah, so it was both Florida. 2 Florida bins this week. Alright, Wally joined to his Joey... I'm not even going to pronounce it. JH, host of JH's Outdoors, a hunting fishing show that ran from 1989 to 2000 on ESPN Outdoors. So I think I've actually watched that show too. Like reruns of it, of course, but you know.
You should know how to pronounce it.
No. I don't remember that far back. That was like when I was 8. Henny recently took Wally on a leash to the Glatfelter Community Center at the village of Sprinkle Dive. That's a real name. S-P-E...
I think that's not Sprinkle. That'd be Sprinkle.
That's the same thing. You said the same thing.
No, Sprinkle and Sprinkle.
You said the same thing.
Strangle.
You said the same thing.
Okay, whatever.
All right. An assisted living development north of York, Pennsylvania. Kennedy told them his gator has never bitten anyone and is even afraid of cats. I'm not scared of snakes, says one woman said as she cautiously approached to have her picture taken with Wally, but that thing has a lot of teeth. Wally may not be soft and cuddly as support dogs, but Henny encouraged her to pet Wally, saying he particularly likes the top of his head rubbed. He's just like a dog, Henny told her. I'm sorry, but...
You know the memes of, like, somebody looks at something that's clearly not a dog, and it's just like, wow, I like that dog.
It's Doge. Yeah, it's a Doge.
That's what that is. He's just like, look at my dog. It's got scales.
It got scales. It's so special, dog. He wants to be loved and petted. Henny says he rescued Wally about 3 years ago after a friend who rescues alligators in Florida called him up. Wally was part of a congregation of gators that were to be destroyed to make room for development. Wow, that's sad. Wally was a pup, about 14 months old, about a foot and a half long. At first, at a pup. Apparently, young alligators are called pups. Other things to know.
What? Actually.
At first, he was afraid of everything, but after a few months, Wally began to become domesticated. He was like a little puppy dog, Henny said. He would follow us around the house. Pretty sure he was just trying to bite your ankles. Henny said Wally is still a wild animal, and you have to be careful around. Why are you bringing him to an old folks' home, and if he's a dangerous animal, you have to be careful around?
Why wouldn't he?
Hold up. No! That's not a why wouldn't he?
I'm kidding.
That's no! But he became part of the household. Then leave him there. Not at the old folks' home. Please. Just saying. Wally shares his home with another gator, Scrappy. Lives in a 300-gallon pond Henny built in his living room. That's really cool. He loves to watch TV and lay down on the couch or on his bed. His diet includes frozen rats and chicken. Wow. They aren't for everyone, but what can I say? I'm not normal. Clearly, bud. Your decision making.
That's so rude.
Your decision making kind of hints at that, bud.
That's so rude, dude.
I'm just saying, who looks at an alligator? Who honestly looks at an alligator and says, "That one. I want that one," and then actually does it?
That alligator.
I want that alligator. He gonna be mine. He gonna be friends. No, no. Not okay.
I love it. No, I think it's okay. I think it's perfect, actually.
I think he's insane. But all right, that's gonna be the two.
I think you just don't see it, you know.
I definitely don't see it. You're right. That is. I'll agree with you on that one.
I think you just need to, like, open your eyes and
open my heart to the gators.
You need to open your heart to the gators.
Open my heart to the gators. That's definitely what I need to do with my life. No! I'd rather live. I choose life. I choose life. Alright. That's gonna be it for the...
that in mind?
Because it's a gator. It's gonna kill you. What do you want? They're predatory animals.
What do you mean? They're so cute though, dude.
What? Excuse me, we're looking at the same animal?
Yeah, no. It's just like having a dinosaur. Like, would you want to pet a dinosaur?
Alright, that's not fair. That's not fair.
No, that's fair.
Because, like,
alligators
if we were...
are basically dinosaurs,
No. Here's the thing. There were herbivore dinosaurs. Multiple, in fact.
How would you want an herbivore dinosaur?
Why would you want one that's gonna eat you?
It's not gonna eat me.
Big question.
It'll eat when I feed it. Thank you.
Are you serious right now?
If I'm
I'm sorry, but what is the arduous process you have to go through to train that dinosaur to eat what you tell it to eat and nothing else? It got lizard brain. What's it gonna do?
You don't know how smart they were.
Let me just look up a few dozen scientific articles real quick. Excuse me.
They don't know how smart they were either.
They do. They actually have the smartest one was actually near around the T-Rex. They have multiple studies on this, but
that's actually fair. Kind of.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna be done with story time for the week.
Yeah,
we got a bite-sized pet and horses, Teenage Mutant Ninja Horses. Don't copyright. OC. It's my OC. With that, we're gonna move on to hot games of the week. My OC. Teenage Mutant Ninja Horses.
No,
that's my OC. I can.
I can't go with that one.
I just did. All right, moving on though. Hot games of the week. There's been quite a few hot releases this week. Some of the feature ones being, of course, Anthem leading the charge. Why does that say introduction? Give me 1 second to fix that.
What?
Up.
Oh, you're
Yeah, it still does
doing
that
stuff?
thing where it doesn't carry through, Robert. There we go.
Yeah.
All right. But big one released this week, or at least the tech demo for, is Anthem. Big highlight for everybody, including me.
Yes.
I was not looking forward to it, and I'm still wary of how the end game's gonna be. But the first 100 hours looks like they're gonna be like.
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, they were even saying in that clip right there that you're actually playing. They're fighting the.
All right, you're not on the same point I am, Smile. They're actually just standing around.
Oh well.
Go ahead and jump a little bit forward.
Right before.
Here we can move to combat. Oh no, this is still movement.
Right before that, I believe they were talking about. Are you looking at the beginning of the video or like?
I'm just jumping at this point.
Okay.
48. It's a 43-minute long video. Easy clap, bud.
No, I was thinking of the wrong video. It's fine either way. In the video and I'll link it for anybody who wants to go watch it. Warning: this is as absolutely.
This is a 43-minute long video. We're gonna be hopping around and show certain things off.
Yeah, we'll be hopping around, showing a couple things off about the game. If you want to go look at the video, suggest you go do it on your own time. Obviously, I mean, it is a really good video. It details the game really, really well.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing about the game is, and I was reading up a couple reviews and everything. Obviously, a lot of places don't review things that are still in beta because
they're still in beta. The releases are still. They did say this is at least like a month-old build. Mm-hmm. Or around that right now, so a lot of the issues that people were having are just not going to be there when it comes even into the demo for next week, which is going to be the open demo, I think, next week. Might have to double check that.
It's technically open demo right now.
Well, this is VIP demo, meaning you have to pre-order it beforehand.
Or I guess EA or Origin Access as well.
Yeah,
you can get it, but that's
also kind of pre-order stuff.
It's technically VIP still. Yeah, it's a closed beta, but it will be going to open beta. So anybody who is interested in trying it out, I fully recommend it. I've gotten a chance to play in the beta a little bit.
Oh, you did?
And
you didn't know that? I'm jealous.
Yeah, I did. That's why I asked you before stream if you had gotten a chance.
No, I wanted to.
Probably forgot to actually tell you that I got a chance to get in and play with it and everything. That's my bad.
I'm jealous. I'm actually jealous. I wanted to play this so bad.
It is actually a blast. Like the game itself is just tons of fun. And I agree with the only review I could really find on it is somebody said it's like Destiny, like its mechanics are just as good as Destiny.
It's like,
but it has BioWare's own like creative touch to it. Yeah. Which I'll agree. Like it is very much its own thing.
I watched 3 different points of view for it. Mainly the 3 creators I watched. I'm a Twitch watcher. I don't like waiting on YouTube stuff to get updated. I like to see their live releases of certain things, especially with games like this, because they'll clip stuff and make it look better or worse on YouTube, and they just don't have that chance on Twitch. So it's a little bit more honest for first-time experiences, at least in my opinion. That's just from what I can observe. But I did get to see 3 people mainly play it, being Admiral Baru, A. Siegel, of course, big Overwatch name if you remember his time in the pro scene. He was very entertaining. And also Professor Broman, who is still doing his stream even today until the servers go down for closing of the demo. But all 3 of them have loved it. Baru, who is a much more casual, or what's the word, multifaceted per se, but there's the variety streamer. There we go. That's the variety streamer.
It's also a good one.
Yeah,
I mean that definitely encompasses
the same thing.
The meaning of it is it's the same.
But no, the variety streamer Rodman Baru is one who will hop around games a lot simply because it's an audience he entertains. But even he said, "I'm gonna create an account for this, even if it's not always on stream. He's gonna want to play this," and that was like a big thing from him because he had a lot of issues with Warframe. He had a lot of, even though he worked with Warframe for a long time, but he got burnt out on that. So he didn't like Destiny. I don't think he liked Destiny. Don't misquote on me on that, so I might be wrong on that one.
Clip him on that.
Please
actually.
Don't. But seriously though, he seriously did like this. Get ready to bring this game to DI. Sif, I'm begging you, man. I will say that I'm still worried about what EA is going to do long term, but this definitely still looks good.
We're not getting into this one again.
We're not getting into EA. We're not talking about EA again. But I will say that the first 100 hours look like they're going to be good. It may catch, once again, Destiny syndrome, and the final parts are going to be terrible. We don't know yet. The game is not released.
Yes,
but yes, this is Anthem. This is Anthem. That's the footage going on in the background right now, is some of the combat and a little bit of movement right now. So one of the features of Anthem is that we currently have, what's the word? 5 javelins per se. Javelins, warframes. I mean javelins. Javelins. Yeah, definitely javelins.
Okay. We're gonna. I'm gonna hold you off a little bit right there. Okay.
What are you looking at? I'm looking at warframes. I'm looking at
It is
Warframes.
a lot like the thing is, it is a lot like Destiny. It is a
lot
lot
like
like
Warframe.
Warframe.
But it's like
But the thing
saying
is,
that
it is its
Metroid
own
is like
game.
roguelikes. This is
Yeah,
definitely a sort of
it's
new
like
field.
saying, like that's the same thing as like TF2 is like Overwatch. Overwatch is
Yeah.
like TF2. Are
Oh no,
extremely
styles are
alike.
more similar than that actually.
That's I mean, but the thing is, like, it's like saying that they're alike. You
Yeah.
know? Because
They're very
they
like.
are very alike. But the thing is, Overwatch and TF2 are still extremely different.
I'm currently at
And you know,
23:45, about 24
like
if you
a
want to hop
game,
to where
but-
I'm at. But we're seeing a bit of the combat here, and I really like this sort of. If you case, I think you should know this as you did play a lot of the beta, but you can see
I
right
wouldn't say I
now
played-
is
got
a
to play
very.
a lot of it,
I mean, you got to
played
play
a good
some more than
amount.
I did. Smile.
Yeah.
But I wanted to play it so bad. It looks so cool though. But Sif, I will say that you were right to have higher expectations for the beta. I was expecting a lot more issues than they had, so win to you, bud. You're in chat right now, I think. Anyway, I saw your chat message. So, but we can see here, which is a really part of what Warframe got wrong, and a part of what Destiny also struggles with, is that they took all of their movement systems a lot of the time, and a lot of their other things, and they simply close-corridored, basically linear shootered it, which I hated. There was always the, like in Destiny, we finally got the opportunity to shoot in like bigger areas when it came to like semi-boss fights, but even those were a lot of time were enclosed, and also in raids. But this features a lot of open room, cover-based, mind you, because they're not dumb. You still need to hide under cover.
Yeah.
You take like a million bullets. But even here, we can see a massive room where you're able to explore the environment, use it to your advantage, or be taken aback by it, as the enemies in this footage have high ground a lot of the time. But it's very open, and all the missions are like this.
Tactic here.
I have high ground, Anakin. But it's all very open.
It wasn't awful. I'm kind of like.
I mean, I grew up on Star Wars too, bud.
Yeah, but like that was a decent impression. Just take a fucking compliment.
Never.
And
Thank
Sif,
you.
Just answer your question. I capped myself to 70 because I don't know if I told you this, Abs. My monitor broke.
Mm-hmm.
So
you
I
have
had
to
to get
revert.
a new one. Yeah, I had to get a new one, and my current monitor that I'm using right now, and that I will probably be using until like Wednesday. So for next stream, I'll have it, and I might even be.
Let me open up something real quick and get those.
But
because I did see
I'll be
an
able
article.
to go back to dual monitor, I guess. But
At an
yeah,
Anthem
I
spec
capped it to 70,
article.
and I mean I was a constant 70 with a 1050, and
yeah.
I mean the game had no issues running. It is buggy, I will say, but it's a demo, so what do you expect? Not even a demo. It's a closed beta right now. They're not expecting it to be perfect, and really nobody should. All right,
here's the
right now.
Go ahead and pull the minimum for you boys. 1 second, real quick. It's the OS 64. This is for the minimums for everyone in chat. As I understand, I used to be a minimum boy. I am now slightly less than average boy, but I'm no longer minimum boy. So celebrate for all the minimum stuff. All right, that's very rude. But the OS is 64-bit Windows 10.
Than that.
Am I? I don't know. Even Overwatch struggles every once in a while, so I don't know what's going on. Anyways, but the OS system is 64-bit Windows 10. That should be standard by now for most people. CPU, Intel Core i5-3570 or AMD FX 6350. I'm not going to say those 4 numbers. I hate saying 4 numbers.
Okay, that's not bad then.
RAM 8 gigabytes, GPU NVIDIA GTX 760. The GTX 760 is one of the older models, so it shouldn't be as much of an issue. And Radeon 7970/R92 80X. Both, at least, they're not the system standard right now, and it's actually a couple generations behind, so the system requirements aren't looking to be too hard. Hard drive, at least 50 gigabytes of free space. That's just for the basic game requirements. That's just how large the game file is. And then DirectX 11.
Okay, I thought you said minimum requirements were going to be a 1060.
No.
And said they weren't going to be that low, that high.
No.
I'm like, that's above what I have. And I was running it fine.
No.
No, that's not too bad. I mean, obviously 50 gig is a free space. If you're downloading any kind of major title, though, it's kind of what you have to, you know.
You have to, expect. Honestly, 50 is, I think, actually higher than even Destiny was, which isn't too surprising given how big Destiny the map is.
I think Destiny was pretty close. So it was like either 48 to
4,
or 38 to like 43.
But yeah, 50 isn't too ridiculous of an ask for this one, especially.
No, not at all.
Take it easy. Yeah, your 1080 Ti you'll be fine, Sif. You'll be fine. But you know,
you'll be cruising.
Honestly, the minimum requirements for this game are much less than I had originally expected. I expected it to be at
I
least
mean,
where Fluffy's directly at right now. With what is your processor right now, I believe? What is it?
I can't remember the numbers.
All
But,
right. We'll pause that for a second then, but we were expecting it to be much
yeah.
higher. But honestly, I
I should
saw,
know this stuff. But,
even while streaming, Admiral Baru, it says does a single monitor set or a single CPU setup for his streaming, and even he didn't encounter issues at all with capture or frame rate, despite having a complete stream at high graphics quality constantly. So
Okay,
it
I
runs
had
super
an
easy.
AMD Ryzen 5 1600.
Yeah, and you're running it just fine, right? You had to cap at 60, you said?
Oh yeah, I capped it at 70 because of my monitor though.
Mm-hmm.
I like my PC could have gone further more than likely, but I just capped it because my monitor. Because like, there's no point in pushing it further if my monitor wasn't going to allow me to see any further, anyways. Like,
So if you've played,
I'd rather
basically,
just make sure to have the performance.
what this comes down to is if you've played any sort of hot release or even semi-hot release lately, you'll probably be fine. You'll most likely be fine without any sort of issues, other than of course data. But that's just internet connection is going to have heavily factor into this. This is a completely online game. It is a trend that we were kind of wary of in the past, but it is now a full thing, and they've done it rather well.
So that's something I want to kind of like address though. What do you think of the trend? Like, is this a trend that you're actually welcoming to?
Here's okay. There's a bit of the two-sided debate is accessibility, throttling of data. How much are you willing to pay for your internet service per gear? But we kind of the trend always was the debate of accessibility. Should a game be inaccessible if the user does not have internet online? But when it comes to games like this, it's kind of like, well, if you don't have, how are you playing if you don't have access to online when it's such a large file anymore? How are you even getting this? We don't sell these things very much on. Okay, this is just info. We're gonna rewind here. But how do you sell these? You can't buy these games in store very often anymore without, unless you're buying a code directly from the store. So it's just like you're gonna have to have a good internet connection.
You can still buy the disc and everything for.
I don't think so. For Anthem games,
it's obviously more difficult. Really?
No, I don't think you can for PC games anymore. I was at GameStop last week looking at stuff, and you just
GameStop isn't a big seller for PC stuff, anyways. Usually, like you just have to buy the card.
Yeah. And even Best Buy didn't have PC stuff though.
That's one of those like.
You can buy for console if you're playing on console.
Yeah,
you
you
should
can buy
mention
for console, obviously.
You can still get disc for console, but PC, it's everything's online.
Not a lot of gaming PCs have like drives anymore.
Yeah, you're right. I think I do, but that's like mine was like one of those rare models.
Mine, I have one, but like I don't have it in my PC because like honestly, I don't have a real point to.
You had to free up those space for those overclockers.
Okay, look.
You got to get their Hacker Man systems in.
Starting off, that's not,
Oh, nice. Yeah. Anyways, back to it though. Honestly, the trend for online movement, they back it well by having constant support. And if you cannot do the stuff they have in Anthem right now, if you had to be completely run on your PC, you just couldn't. These aren't things, these wide open areas, these free aspects, a lot of the computing power that they have on their server side just would not work for most PCs now. Even some of the higher end ranges, you need the online service. That's sensible. That makes sense. But for games like COD and such, no, it still doesn't make sense. They're corridor shooters. You can load simple areas at a time. Don't. But for a game like Anthem, which is so large and requires so much actual space to run, yeah, it's workable. It's understandable even.
Yeah.
But I believe in games like this, it's useful.
I'm trying to do a little bit more like actual research on the game, seeing their servers, that kind of stuff.
The servers had so many issues.
They have had server issues, but again, it's something that I've actually touched on stream before. It might have been episode 1 when I talked about it. We were talking about server issues on some game, and I started talking about how Pokemon Go had servers when it first came out, like server issues, that is. With them, the same issues are happening with Anthem that happened with them. Too many people, like really, they're getting way too many people for what they expected, and that's a big problem. Like that's a really big problem.
Oh, we have a Twitch calendar under the calendar section. Oh, sorry.
I already pulled it up, and we're gonna make sure to actually put on there.
Wow, it'd be nice someone told us this earlier. Gamer score is fun as hell. Honestly, we have to realize too, this was a VIP test. They're expecting minimal. This is going to be a stress test for their servers, seeing what they can run for minimum people, and they still got stressed. So it's a good sign they're still working on it because they fixed a lot of the issues.
Yeah, I don't know the number of people that got to join into it, but from what I looked at and everything, they were running this on their regular EA game servers. So the thing is, those are beefy servers. This is EA we're talking about.
Yep.
They have some phenomenal servers.
Resources to back them too.
Exactly. and it broke their servers. Like, it shut them down. They closed them.
It's
They
kind of
capped them.
It was really impressive, honestly.
It is, and that just shows the popularity of the game, though. The only difficulty and the only like worry is what is the longevity of that going to be? How are they going to build the game to stay alive? Really?
Yeah,
because that's something you have to like just like you have to worry about. You have to know like, okay,
and
are
that
they
gets
going to
into
make
like
this a game like I think it's I can't think of a game right now that was just like super popular and died.
Destiny.
Destiny, okay.
It
Are
was
they gonna
super
make this
popular,
like a
and then
game
they
like
couldn't
Destiny?
bring things out.
Or is it gonna be like Overwatch, where
It's
you
gonna be like
release
WoW.
a base amount of stuff? Or yeah, WoW.
Are we gonna look at the new
honestly.
WoW? Hopefully, honestly, I want a new
Mhm.
fix. Anyways,
But no,
but no, I want a new long-term game.
It could take two paths. It could be like super fun right off the beginning, or is it gonna kind of stagnate after you get to a certain point?
But it looks interesting either way, and I
Oh, yeah,
am
the
looking forward to seeing
difficulty
how it
level
goes.
thing. That's good.
Grandmaster
I never
Time
really got that
like
far
pops up
into it,
afterwards.
so I couldn't.
I was looking at the numbers for those. It wasn't like over thousands of % of damage and health for enemies, or even lightweights for like little mini bosses compared to normal. It's ridiculous, and it looks so fun for those who are like, I hate to say this, the Dark Souls-esque players. And you know what I mean. I don't mean the game itself is Dark Souls-esque. Don't misquote me on that. But the people who are like, I like it just because of the challenge. It makes me feel alive. And it's like, go outside, please, just for a bit. Go outside. You need some sun.
Like actually get a challenge from the game sometimes.
It is, but if that's the only reason you're playing it, there's
a fundamental
outside.
issue then. Like,
let's go outside, please, for humanity.
Maybe the competitive spirit would be, better placed somewhere else as well.
Yeah, and like something that's actually competitive.
Come to Overwatch.
Like, oh, we're coming to Overwatch. Smile. D3, ever heard of it? But no, in all honesty, it does look like it's going to be a great game. I did say last week that I am just saying be cautious of it, and I'm still saying be cautious of it. I was looking forward to it still because it can always impress me, and I did say that last week also. But it really does just look like it has potential,
like a crazy good
but
game,
so does any flower before it turns into something else. So, mostly poison.
Huh. I definitely hope it keeps up its hype though, because it is so.
It looks so clean.
Good. It looks so good.
I was still looking at some of the arrows and just going, "That's a Vex area. It looks like a Fallen Vex area." But that's just minor complaints. They have varied styles in there, so it's worth mentioning that it's not all gonna be that way.
That happens, I guess.
That being said, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next topic. It's been a little too long on this one.
Today's a packed day too.
Yeah, we have a lot to talk about this week.
Go over. Oh yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Sorry if it seems like we rushed through some things.
We still have at least like 10 more things we have to talk about today.
Yeah, we've got 2 more games.
It's been a release week.
We've already taken up half an hour.
I'm not even getting to spurge on Kingdom Hearts 3, man. I'm not gonna get to do it.
You got the release date wrong.
I didn't. I cited the article. I found it. It was wrong.
That's so.
And it did actually release on the 25th, but it released in Japan, and no one wanted to port it. So I was right on the 25th. So don't fight me. But I'm serious. I told you last week this is do or die for BioWare. So far, it looks very good. I would agree. It looks very, very good right now, but things age fast. Anyways, this is some of the E3 gameplay. Not E3. This was gameplay reveal 48-minute walkthrough. So we're just gonna start off. Let me rewind a little bit. Let's go ahead.
You can show them
actually
the E3 trailer for Cyberpunk though.
I'd rather show them the gameplay for this part because this is coming out.
The gameplay is really, really nice.
We promised we'd talk about this last week, and when I was looking through and watching stuff, I was like, man, this is Deus Ex's slightly younger punk cousin, and that's not a bad thing. Honestly, it's another interesting take on a lot of similar gameplay styles. But it looks like it'll actually have its own sort of personality, which is what I'm looking forward to. Because I think everyone remembers Deus Ex. Whether you played Deus Ex or not, you remember Deus Ex. It was a little bit of a...
It's not that old.
It's not that old, but I know a lot of people wouldn't play it. It was... I hate to say... It was a niche title. Quotes around that.
It
was science fiction. If you didn't like science fiction at the time, you didn't pick it up, really.
Yeah.
Top 10 anime materials.
Are science fiction now, though, so.
Cyberpunk, end of this year, probs. You're right, but we did want to cover it because there was a little bit of murmuring going on this week or this past week about some of the game releases.
Yeah, it was by Riptide.
if you actually no, I was talking about a big news release. The lead
Oh
writer
yeah, that's
left
right.
for Blizzard,
Yeah,
and
I
we're gonna.
forgot about that, dude.
But with that, a lot of things are being questioned. Still believe the central gameplay, since they did show it off here, will probably stay very, very similar. But that being
Mhm.
one, people wanted to talk about it, so we're just gonna go ahead and talk about it. But this looks very good. We're not gonna spend much time on this one because there's not much to say about it.
It's okay. So it's story driven.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is it story driven, but the story is choice based. I personally really, really love choice based story driven
Mm-hmm.
games, and
And
that's
not
like the
not the
thing is
Telltale
not the
choice
Telltale because those
games.
aren't choice games. Like
Those are
love you Telltale, you do make good games,
you put
but
your hand on the wheel,
great
the other
ones make
person's
it
driving.
actually yeah. Like it's more like you've got your hands on the wheel, and the thing is you're in the passenger seat, and
And you're
you're
being
not
driven
really
by
driving.
Google AI.
Yeah, you're actually being driven. Like
That's it.
it's not really choice based because if you look at the games, like everybody has the same gameplay. You may be like, oh well, this person's alive instead of this person. That's not a
No, that's not a
choice.
thing. That's just
Like that. Okay,
happenstance.
that is a
It doesn't
choice,
affect
but it's
everything.
just like it doesn't affect anything really. So I don't know. It changes the story a little bit and the way that characters interact and all that. But that's not like to me. That's not what a story based, like a choice based thing
There you go.
is. It is like the minimal version of it, but it's
Yeah,
not the
it's not
version of
true
where like
choice.
you can
Who plays
change
COC? COC.
everything. Chain of
What's
command.
COC? Chain of Command? Oh.
No, I don't know, dude. Uh, first two Mass
In the
Effect
spec
games.
games?
Oh, Clash of Clans.
I
do
don't
not.
remember that.
I don't
I
play
can't
Clash
answer
of
that,
Clans
Shepard.
anymore.
I don't know about that part. If you could look it up real quick. I don't believe
Anthem.
so. Also, it does remind me of the Mass Effect ship style for a lot of the armaments, but that's something else again. That's sci-fi-esque. Quotes on all of these words. They're very buzzwordy. Drew Carpy ship. That's a name? Hold up, that's a name? Drew Carpy
Who's
ship.
it?
Carpy
Carpushin? I think it's Carpushin. Drew Carpushin.
Alright, Magikarp over here.
Yeah, Drew Carpushin.
Oh yeah, that is the same writer then.
So
Mass Effect, of course, had a horrible ending, so let's not...
Yeah, just to
not that again.
highlight a little bit of what he has done.
You're a part of Anthem, but left BioWare in March. Okay, that's interesting.
So
didn't actually get to see that when I was reading up on it. Quite interesting. So both Cyberpunk and Anthem had lead writers leave.
Yeah.
Aren't we topical this week? Woo. Yeet! What's up, nigga?
Yeah.
They yeeted him away.
He's done a lot of things. So he's leaving. He worked on Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect, and Anthem.
We were talking about Cyberpunk by now, but Anthem, but waiting on until post face. Curious about Anthem, but yeah.
Yeah.
Anthem looks good right now. I'm never pre-order, but at the same time, if you want bonuses or whatever, you want to put your money there, put it there. I'm not telling you how to spend money, just awarding you gets to. He didn't finish writing before leaving. So. He did finish writing Anthem before leaving. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
They usually have the writing done before they get
Sif,
kind of stuff on. Unless you're
whisper that to me on here. Go ahead and whisper that link to me, and I'll check it out, and then I can see if I can put it in the chat right now. We can't have non-mods posting things in chat, such as links, simply because they can be dangerous. So I have to moderate those. Go ahead and whisper that to me. I'll send it right there.
Not our last stream, but Scar Theory casting. Did the same issue occur.
All right.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's good.
That's two games, two pretty hype games that have had writers leave. Kind of hoping Cyberpunk had the same thing. They actually finished, writing.
That's the wrong one. That's our Twitch chat, Smile. Alright, here we go. So yeah, Anthem writer finished his story before leaving. So he did end up finishing it. Make sure this is humbly effective. Yeah, okay. Details are right. Sorry. You get good at speed reading when you have to do essay pages for those timed writes. So I had to scan that for the actual information. Timed writes, everyone loves those. Let's not focus on depressing things though. Anyway, focusing back on it. But he did finish the story, so I think you're at least gonna be in for a good story. Yeah, let's go ahead and move on to Cyberpunk again though. We don't want to double back too often here.
Yeah, like I was saying about the story driven thing. Like this story looks like it's actually driven by your choices.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even go with like a pacifist run. You can go pacifist or guns blazing. Not a pacifist person myself when it comes to these games, if we're like we're gonna be honest here.
Pacifism is when nobody notices you killed people, right? That's it.
No,
You
no
sure?
killing.
I thought that's what pacifist meant. No one notices you killing them.
No, you
Pretty
can
sure that's
also
what they
go
meant.
stealth, I'm sure. But
oh, stealth.
also
That's
not
it.
what I go for. So
Oh.
I like the guns blazing technique.
I'm very much the person that if I can take a stealthy option, it feels fun for me to accomplish that, like, by myself and be like, I'm a freaking ninja boy. I'm a freaking ninja boy. Interested in playing
Wow.
All right, Jackal.
My stream.
Rude, bud. How could you, Jackal? You did that
We're
to us, boy.
on here last week.
but
it
does look interesting.
It does look very, very interesting in the game. Like, I'm really hyped for what it can do.
Birthday.
Its mechanics seem really well. Obviously, I haven't gotten to actually feel that one myself, so I can't say for sure. Like, with Anthem, I can say for sure that the mechanics
Here we go.
Really
got some comment on screen
really,
finally.
really good.
I'm looking at the smart pistol, basically from Titanfall 2 right now on my screen for the Cyberpunk gameplay.
Yeah, kind of what it is.
It still looks interesting though. But all being said, Cyberpunk, it looks like it's going to be the next sort of take on the integration of technology into our, not only our lives, but onto our being, much like Deus Ex tackled in its narrative, and how we can sort of face that as a social norm. It's a very good theme, a very relevant theme in today's culture.
The story
it does look like it's going to be fun.
The story is very, very much its own thing apart from like Deus Ex, though.
This is not going to be Deus Ex's copy. Really this is going to be something new, and I'm looking forward to seeing what that something new will be. All right,
that being said, since we haven't been able to see that much gameplay, we've seen the one gameplay clip from it.
Basically, what you're seeing here.
It's a 48-minute clip.
But that's about it right now.
Yeah, that's it for right now. We haven't gotten different opinions on the game. Really, we haven't gotten any opinions on the game. We've just gotten what the developers have shown you.
Yeah.
And as understandable as that is, like, they might not push out a beta for this one because it is a story-driven game.
And it'd be quite understandable if they didn't.
Yeah, I mean, like, you usually don't push out a beta for those kind of things. So I'll say this week on it, we will probably put some updates in future episodes about this game, just because it's something I'm extremely interested in watching. Really, really want to keep track of it.
I'm worried they're going to ruin something if they spoil too much about it, though. You know.
Next one is we're going to be talking about Resident Evil 2 Remake.
You didn't say it right. You know how you have to say it? You know how you have to say it right. You know how you have to say it, right?
No.
You have to go the old, like, 90s video game horror voice, the, Resident Evil 2. And have the awkward pause that they've coded into the games for some reason.
Yeah, okay, fair.
No idea why. It's still really bad audio mixing, but they still had it back then. So, I'll quiet this down slightly a bit. But here we have some of the Resident Evil gameplay. I've
seen a lot of gameplay from this game.
So many streamers have played through it multiple times by now, literal multiple times, not like run through it once or anything, but like have actually just dedicated hours and hours on the stream to it. We're looking at a lot of cool stuff, a lot of good stuff, like
it's okay. So obviously we cannot judge the creativity of the content
because
and
it's
originality
a remake.
of it.
It's a remake.
It is a remake. That is like saying, and I'm gonna put this in here again because I said I'm gonna have it in the stream every week. So I am obliged to now. Shadow of the Colossus.
No.
You can't judge a remake off of its originality concept.
This is the E3 release gameplay, by the way, for anyone wondering.
Yes, it's a remake. You know, it's not going to be original. It's gonna be that game that came out a while ago, but in today's graphics and engines.
That being said, it is one of the better remakes we've seen in quite a while. So if you didn't know, one of the main features of it is that they threw out that horrible third-person camera that was at a random corner of each wall, and nobody liked it. Had the tank controls, and it was bad.
Like,
but this one, it's true third-person rather than true over-the-shoulder third-person rather than I put a camera in a room, ooh looky.
I'll put a camera on a wobbly pole attached to someone's back. That's what their old camera was, because he'd turn a corner and be go.
And even then, it was usually just on a wall or something. Yeah. But this one is true third person over the shoulder, meaning that it's a lot more smooth. Of course, the graphics have been updated. They also changed the... Excuse me. Wow. That was pretty good one. But they did change quite a few things. They had... I mean, it smells pretty... Skin.
Okay.
But they did finish a few things. This is the opening first, like, this is the opening of the game here. They jumped a little bit ahead of the first sequencing simply because they didn't want to show the cinematics at the time of this release, but it is pretty close. Still have to burp. I don't know why it feels like it. But we do see quite a couple of things here. Some of these things they're still being fixed. Like, we can see those blood splatters in the PC release for this game. Those were even more detailed, and this doesn't truly do it justice, but it was even better than that, even more realistic than that, and it was horrifying. Even if you play the original games, if you've seen and like have it memorized in your head, it is a new experience simply because of how much of a difference things have now, where things actually look real, and it's terrifying.
Sound design.
Ooh, big note.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's my one thing. Like, in horror games, and this is what this is. It is
a horror game. It's an action horror game, but it's back to that original horror game style.
Yeah, but the thing is it is a horror game at the core. That's what it is, and it is horrifying. It just does it so well. But the thing is, the big thing in scary games is a lot of people think like, oh, jump scares is what make a scary game.
No,
all this stuff is what makes a scary game. No, it's not. What really makes a scary game is sound design.
Missed both those shots.
So, like, did he really?
Yeah, he literally just whiffed 2 shots with a zombie directly in front of him, and now can't get control of the thing. That's funny. Nice.
But so the thing is, though, like, it's sound design. If a horror game has bad sound design,
you can't be in it.
Going to scare you.
You won't be invested.
Like, yeah, you won't be invested. Like, it may scare you. Sure, jump scare everyone. But the thing is, it's just not gonna be actually scary. It's not going to make you remember that game.
Like, let's think
that's the ultimate goal.
A very simplistic horror game that everyone sort of, like, in retrospect made kind of fun of was Five Nights at Freddy's. I'll bring this up real quick simply because one of the biggest things that was scary about it wasn't that the animatronics were hunting you because, like, they're stuffed suits. They're sure they have metal on one of their suits. The true horrifying part was the sounds they made. I could, like, still remember that sound of the imminent Foxy running down the hall and then scaring you. It's the lead up that it brings you into and then actually works.
That's why in so many horror games there's a build up, and in movies as well. There's this build up of
the ring.
Like,
think
it
the
all
ring
just goes up, and it gets louder and louder,
and then it drops,
and then it pops up and hits you, and it's like you die.
It's
done.
just done.
Like, on the inside, you're out. So it's just one of those things. Like, this game does that so well because, like, you could be on the you're on the other side of a door and you hear like a zombie on the other side just bashing on the door, and it sounds real. It sounds like something where if you like Resident Evil 7, I want to bring this up because this is their latest like actual game, not a remake. It has VR compatibility.
Ooh.
Yeah. Can you imagine playing that game in VR? That horrifying game in VR.
I choose life.
Because if this game was in VR, though the graphics don't look as good as they do in 7 or anything like that, like it's to a sort of it's still a cartoonistic style, but like you have like if you're in there, if all you see is that game, and you look at a door and it's just kind of jiggling just a little bit because of something hitting it over and over and over again, and you hear that, that's gonna scare you. Like that you're not going through that door. You're not gonna want to. At least you're gonna have to, but you don't want to. So that's something like this game just gets really good. It gets it really, really well.
All of a sudden, is phenomenal.
So much praise. Yeah,
but that's basically it. Everyone, if you want to see gameplay of it, it's literally everywhere right now. We're not gonna go too much further on where we were already at because we've talked about all the things we can talk about a remake. It's better. It looks better. It sounds better. It feels worse, but it's a horror game. It's supposed to. And the gameplay, actual controls feel a lot more clean, and they feel clean even by today's standards. Like, we've had games right now from AAAs and all that don't exactly meet up to where controls should be, but this game definitely nails it.
Yeah. There's been a lot of games that have kind of failed on just actually performing correctly sometimes, and this game's not one of them.
Nope.
Do what?
Which is kind of sad. It's just sad.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But that being said,
we are gonna move on to our tech news of the week.
Go ahead and switch over to the info box.
Get that up.
Oh, video's loud. I apologize for that, guys.
Yeah, Okay, so we are gonna throw up this one
Let's jump into tech
in a chat.
news.
All right, so
We're gonna go in order
HP
this
has
time.
unveiled its newest notebooks. If this is something you're interested in, awesome. If it's not, okay. Um, no, it's they've unveiled the newest notebooks, and if you're not familiar with the notebooks are not gaming computers. So that's not something that we're really that's not really something that we're gonna be going for on that one. It's just
Yeah.
kind of
They're literally
you know,
just an office tool.
stats.
They're a phenomenal office
Yeah,
tool, but they're an office tool.
they are. It's just an office tool, something to sit down and do work on, something like that. So what's so interesting about these is the core or the processors they're getting. Tech company HP is planning to move its small notebooks business onto AMD Ryzen 3 quad-core processor series. Um, that's actually like really surprising. HP's been going with Intel quite a bit, and if you watch any like esports, that kind of stuff, a lot of them are supported by Intel. A lot of them are actually sponsored by Intel or partnered as well. Now there are also quite a few that are sponsored and partnered by AMD. So just leading competitors in the processor brand or in the processor like game, both phenomenal. I have a Ryzen. What do you have, Abs?
What?
You know?
Yeah, it's funny.
You don't know? Okay.
I have Alienware. I don't remember what the main producer for Alienware is.
Intel.
Intel, yeah.
Well, okay, so HP is Alienware, but you more than likely get an Intel in your build. Up until that's why this is actually like a decent thing. But yeah, so beyond the AMD processors, HP does design is clean. They're just talking about HP a little bit. Base models will pack an AMD Ryzen 3 2200U CPU and Radeon Vega 3 GPU. So in other words, it's actually like its stronger variant is going to have a Ryzen 5 2500 and a Radeon Vega 8. It's actually gonna be
You'll finally be able to play Minecraft in your office. So what I know a lot of you are dreaming of right now. Yeah.
No, you're actually gonna play like games, real games, not the Minecraft isn't a real game, but you're gonna be actually play games on these for office computers. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
they can usually play games, but the thing is like these things are also touchscreen. They're basically tablets, but like you're gonna be able to play actual some AAA title releases at that.
That really?
Yeah,
I don't.
Yes,
they're gonna
because
have a lot
the
of
highest end of them, you have a Ryzen 7 2700 and a Vega 10.
I see
That's pretty good.
That's not bad.
Yeah, we don't know the price tag on these things yet, so that could be the whole killer to the idea.
But
oh, it's so good, but its price tag is not good.
No, not at all.
We'll see. I can't say that yet though. That's just it's kind of what I expect is going to happen.
They're very expensive, but notebooks always have been. But if you are a college student right now, these will be what you're looking at your friends having if you can't afford them, because student loans are horrible. There's always that one rich friend.
Afford them.
Good for you.
Fucker.
Good for you.
Yeah.
You do you.
They look pretty good.
Good job.
Good.
I won't be able to, but you do you.
I've got my PC, and I actually have a laptop as well, so I'm good.
All right.
Don't really need one all that much. It's an old laptop, but it works.
Back in my day, we had... Yeah, okay, Fluffy. All right, we're gonna go and move on though, because that is just all for the.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of like, in case you didn't know, kind of thing. Something else.
I was looking for what this was.
Actually, really cool. Did you read like through the entire article on it?
I was a little confused what was going on.
It is a bit of a lengthy one, so anybody that wants that, I wouldn't recommend watching the video for right now because it's kind of confusing. I don't know what's going on in the video. Don't know what they're trying to sell because I know what they're trying to sell, but it's not what they're trying to sell. Okay, so
actually, it's not that long.
This simple kit will help police identify your property if it's stolen. I am not going to read the article. You can go through and read it if you want. Actually, it's not that long. I lied. I was thinking the wrong one. But I won't read it all. I will read some of it. It says, apply the gel to anything you don't want stolen, and police can identify your personal pin with a UV light and a special camera a special camera. Over 5,000 police departments across the country have teamed up with Protect DNA, with the company adding about 1,000 more every month. So, in other words, what this is literally just an anti-theft kit,
which is nice.
It is just a gel. That's it. So if I didn't want to lose my mic, I'd take my mic right here, I'd put gel on it. I would preferably not put it on the actual, part of it that I speak into.
He's a bot.
But onto just the base of it. I would take that and just put it on there. If it ever gets stolen, because this is the big thing, whenever things get stolen, how hard is it to determine whose item it actually is? If there's no way of indicating,
Yeah, how do you get it back
Somebody
to them?
says, "Oh, well, I got this stolen." This is the thing, like in a lot of supermarket stores, that kind of stuff. When something's lost,
I
if you
made
go to
that
reclaim it,
smile. Twitch chat.
yeah, if you go to reclaim it, oftentimes you can be like, "Oh, yeah, I lost my wallet. I lost my, shirt. I lost my jacket." Who knows, dude?
Where
But
are
that's
you
the thing. Like, you
going?
have to describe the
Where are you
item
going?
itself. Or I'm like, you have to describe the item and actually be able to say, "Hey, yeah, it looks like this," that kind of thing. Then they'll give it to you. You have to know what it looks like. What if somebody knows that it was lost and knows what it looks like and wanted it? You're out, bud. Like,
Yep, that's it.
your item's gone now. So this will actually help people
Jump.
actually have security. This is something I would put on like
Your
more
mic.
expensive things that I have. It's actually something I would put on my mic. Yeah, something I would put on my PC. Like, these are things where it's like all they have to do is shine it on there, and they get a code to know, hey, this belongs to this person, because
I'm
it
really interested
connects
in how that
back to an
works.
email and a phone. I'm really
Excuse me?
interested in how it works too, but they don't talk about it.
Probably good that we don't know, because then people who are trying to steal stuff
Then people
could
yeah,
know. So
yeah, that's to be fair.
probably for the best.
I think it'd be really, really good for like just personal security though.
Yep.
Making sure all your items are safe.
All right. But a little bit of cool tech news. We're gonna go ahead and move on to industry.
Yep, not too much happened this week in tech news. Sadly, I'm one that absolutely loves tech and loves everything that happens with that kind of stuff. But nothing happened this week. I want to start off a little out of order, just one out of order, the one below this, because
Can't have
this is
one be
something I
ordered
wanna
one.
go
People
through.
can't do it for one
We
week,
can't.
can you?
We can't.
Can't for
week
one
cannot
week,
be
can you?
ordered. Honestly, I can't.
You have it
I
all
can't.
on a list.
I,
It's there
No, see.
for a reason.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this little link
Which one?
in chat, and the one right below it.
Ah.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
one that I
I'm not
wanted
bringing
to
up
open
a screen for this. I ain't
No,
gonna I'm not gonna validate it. I'm not
So
gonna
this is
validate that.
in-
That's just
This is just in the Amazon store. These are, what do you want to call these? Just
dumb.
AirPod straps.
Dumb.
So I'm just gonna say they're AirPod straps because that's what
All
they
right.
are.
Yeah, they're
So we're all
AirPod
familiar with
straps.
AirPods. We're all familiar with the AirPods.
We
all
talked
know
about
what
last
they
week
are.
even.
We talked about them last week, and I mean they're cool. They
People
are. But
it seems that
people
people were
were
losing
losing
them at
and
a
this was
high
the
enough
thought of
frequency.
yeah. This is exactly Chili.
You're right, Chili.
This is
Big
what we were
point.
talking about. Last week we were talking, or what people have talked about before.
Oh my god.
When they're like, "Oh, well, I want to get AirPods." It's like, okay, cool. Will you lose them?
Will you
Because
lose
you have
them?
to remember.
Ask
they
yourself,
are
am I
tiny.
trustable
Like,
with AirPods?
You know how much you can lose a pin? Well, they're about
bucks,
this much of
if they're a good pin.
They're about this much of a pin. Well, I mean, like how often you lose.
Oh yeah.
You know,
I don't
like
listen to
they're
them.
about this big. That's a pin. They're
Mhm.
about this big. If you lose pins regularly,
Couple bucks, maybe.
might want to not get AirPods.
Yeah.
Because this is the
AirPods,
thing.
you lose
You
them
can
70
get
bucks.
earbuds.
Lose a pin. Couple
Yeah.
bucks.
Yeah. And earbuds, that's like, okay, cool. Why not just
Without poking. MDWP,
Sadly,
when we start striking them more for it. Just saying.
But here, I'll help that out and just
There you go.
we'll strike
That's
them.
close we're getting right now.
Yeah.
MDWP.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me, man. I know.
Sadly,
I know the pain.
Yeah.
It's a
You
very
just have to learn.
that thing.
We have too many initiates. Well, not too many. We have initiates that haven't been taught. D&D's Do Not Disturb, not Dungeons and Dragons.
Comes
And,
up more often than you think.
Just when you thought AirPods were futuristic, right? So that's the thing. It's like,
It's
oh yeah,
an old
AirPods,
quote.
you can do this.
This reminds me of such an old quote.
There's no, there's no wires. It's wireless now. And then you look at it and you're like, why are people? They're buying wires for their wireless stuff.
Hey, want to see my new wireless product?
That.
Like, what wires on it? No,
I don't want wireless. To. But they're buying wires for their wireless decisions.
During your rank games. Oof.
Yeah, that's good. They're buying wireless or wired items for their wireless items. They're making them wired.
I find that it's just like how,
It's so dumb.
and
Like,
these aren't exactly cheap, are they? Like they got, where is
I
this?
mean,
Where'd it go?
they're $9
They're
to
$9 though,
to
plus
wire
shipping.
your
You're
AirPods.
actually spending money on this. Is there actual wire for
Yeah.
AirPods? People are selling them on Amazon for $9 a
Here,
piece.
I'll throw the link in chat again.
I thought you already done that, but they're actually doing this. This is a $9 product off Amazon, not including shipping and handling, that people are actually buying because they can't keep track of their own stupid AirPods.
You know, they
Like-
come in a little case, right?
Yeah, like I have
keep that
mine.
case somewhere
Mine's over my
important.
bed. I
If you
was
have to start
listening to rain
wearing,
noises.
if you have to start wearing, like, if you have to start having a purse or something, do it.
They can literally fit in your. One second, I can actually get them up. Stand up. Rare action of Absolute actually sitting up from his chair. I know.
I know
It's
him not
barbaric.
sitting down. That's pretty rare.
They're pretty rare. I'm very, very lazy. I mean, no, I'm a active member of society.
Well,
Here's
I do
here.
things, I
This is a
swear,
regular
Joe.
size can. Here's the case. That easy. It can fit in your pocket. They can fit anywhere. I have literally held mine in my very, very small jacket pockets that are literally, you can see this one. This one's literally, this is even less than. They can barely fit in there. But they can fit. You can store them literally anywhere. Just don't be dumb.
Yeah, like,
I've
do it
lost
by
hope in
wire
humans. No,
for your
XCC.
AirPods, please.
Don't judge the dumb ones
Please.
for the smart ones, please.
It's just like, it's such a waste of money.
It is. And it's so freaking just sad that people are doing this. I lost hope in people who think D&D is in a league division.
What do you do?
I'm dead.
Some people want to play
I'm
D&D
dead.
in a league division.
It's almost like you host a D&D. Help host D&D.
I don't host.
Don't host it. You're almost like
Yeah,
you're part of
I'm
our
part of
D&D club or something on
Yeah.
in
By the
DI
way,
or something.
just a little plug on that one. Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. Take 20 is doing a D&D run. Come and join us. It consists of our DM, Necromaster. I almost forgot the master part of his name because I only call him Necro. We have Selkuth, we have Landfish, Corseal, and myself.
I was flashing.
So,
But it
Enjoy
actually
us.
was good
It'll
to
be
see.
fun.
I did tune in for at least a few minutes last time before I had to go work on other stuff. But it was at least entertaining. Everyone does funny voices, and I love funny voices.
I wasn't doing funny voices. I couldn't come up with
Oh,
one
you weren't?
for... No, that was
Oh,
my
that was
voice,
normal.
yes.
That was your normal. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just set it up so easy. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you know.
No, I'm not.
Yeah. think that-
People, no, I'm not. Whether that's sad or
Yup.
worse, I don't know. This is just new in DI Dungeon Dragon chat rooms out of every division, baby.
Yeah, it's that popular. Just it's so good.
If we did that, we actually created Dungeon and Dragon rooms just so we could have a designation for Dungeon and Dragon rooms, so people would stop getting them
It
confused.
would have to be a D&D room though.
No,
That's the
it would be a Dungeons and Dragons with the DUANDR. All spaces in
Dunder.
between. Dunder.
Dunder.
It'd be Dunder.
Dunder.
You know, like Dunderheads. You people who are joining the D&D rooms. All goes back in circles, man.
It
all works
ties in,
out.
Like,
All
literally,
ties in.
does ties up.
But people shouldn't be joining this room. It's not that hard. Do not
Okay,
disturb.
we'll get back on topic though for this one.
I mean, there's not much of a topic.
There's not
people
much
are
of a
dumb.
topic. We'll
It
move on to
happens.
the next topic.
All
So
right.
it also has to do with Apple. I know last week was our Apple
Week.
It
was Apple Week last week, so
I'm always going to call it Applesode. We had so much
it was very
Apple
witty
stuff
for it.
happening last week. No, it wasn't very witty. It's just
I mean, I
it's
thought it was
joke.
witty.
I
Looks
like it.
nice. It's a pretty
It's,
nice
you
show.
know, it's
You
okay.
did good.
Thanks.
Come on,
I
take the
appreciate
compliment, Fluffy.
it. Rick. Okay, wow. See, everything
All
ties
circles
in.
back.
It's all circles. But no, so okay.
We won't
I don't
feature
know
this
if
article. We're going to be talking about
everybody
stuff on the girl, not that
who
girl stuff.
doesn't know about Apple's automated car. What do you like? What can you tell them, Abs?
Okay, so everyone's heard of the Google car. Everyone's heard of a couple other brands. Nissan had one a while back, but it wasn't as talked about as Google car. But it's basically the same concept for the self-driving ones. But these ones themselves, actually, instead of using AI for driving, it has basically it's the assistant app for a car, as far as I can remember. Let me double check real quick. I can't
Pretty
read this
much.
thing in this article,
Yeah,
but it's
no, that's
basically
pretty bad.
it's basically an extended Apple helper, just another AI to add on to your pile of Alexas and Huberts and what's the one for iPhone? Siri. There we go.
Siri.
But It's just another
It's
one to add
you-
on to that. It's now just on your car and even more creepy because it can tell wherever you're driving constantly, even more accurately than phone, and will actually change your destinations in your trackers if it thinks you're supposed to go somewhere. That's a real thing. But
AirPods that are wired, yeah.
and AirPods that are wired. Oh, that hurts to say.
It does actually.
Because the car come with AirPods. Yes, only
It
with wires
might.
though. Only with wires. That's the only
only with
option.
wires, yeah.
Only with wires.
Okay,
Totally.
but yeah, so with the car and everything, they used to have in the article, I believe they say it.
Let's see
So
here.
they've cut around 200 jobs from this. Its secretive autonomous car division, Project Titan. So this was January 24th.
That's
so
not
3 days
threatening.
Ago. What, the autonomous car division? The name?
More like Titan. Naming it
Secretive
Titan.
yeah, and yeah, that's also true. So the thing is, they had, and I'm looking for the actual numbers. So it had about 5,000 of its 135,000 employees. So if you don't know, Apple has 135,000 employees. Not something that's common knowledge. That's understandable.
That's
but
funny.
about 5,000 of their employees were familiar with Project Titan. They knew what it was.
Yep.
2,700 of them are core team members with Project Titan. They dropped around 200 of them, which is about a 7.4% staffing reduction. Is that saying that they're giving up on the car? Is that saying like, hey, maybe this isn't as interesting as we thought it was? Maybe this isn't worth our investment? Like, what's...
To be fair, it's just, we all have seen how just out there, everything that Apple does, they have a lot of things in a lot of places, everywhere from oil industries to tech, phones, and accessories, even down to some computer products in the Apple areas and such. They don't really have a flagship in the car area, maybe for good reason. But
fair.
If they had if they're already cutting 7.4% of staff that even knew about it intimately, then it might just be them saying that this is just something that's going to go on the back burners. That's it. I don't think they're going to shut it down simply because Apple has enough things where they can throw money at a wall and suddenly the wall is worth millions of dollars that someone else wants to buy. If they can do that.
Yeah, that's very true.
But I don't think they're going to give up on it. It's an industry they don't have anything in.
Wireless.
That's threatening for a business as large as them.
Yeah, it's just strange, honestly.
What?
Yeah.
Wireless
it's just
PC?
so strange, though.
Laptop?
It's the AirPod case. We're gonna call that the AirPod case, okay?
So when your laptop needs charging, that's what we're gonna call that one.
Yeah, Apple lost their headphone jack in their phones to conserve space, but Samsung put a pin inside their phone. The Note.
I actually have a Note. I like it a lot. I use it a lot for mainly the
It's
pen.
very true, but I don't know. I guess the Note's bigger. I think
it's
the Note bigger than the iPhone X.
I don't. No, it's not, because I have friends
An
with
X is
iPhone X,
pretty big.
and it's bigger than
Yeah.
my phone. My phone's like this. It's
Is there
about
thinner?
it's wider.
Is there thinner though?
I don't know about thinner because they have cases
that could
and
be
such.
their selling point. Oh, okay, yeah. Well,
And
with cases, like it's not.
Yeah, it's not a fair comparison, but that's why
Yeah,
thinness
it's not
of
a fair
phones doesn't really make much sense for a presenting point because everyone's gonna need a case anyways. What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. So, but the thing is, like, with the car industry, I'm a car guy. I like cars. But
Horse girl. What?
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 What'd you say?
What's
What'd
that?
you say?
Horse girl? Horse girl? That's what?
Wow. Well, that's toxic. That's toxic. Dude. But no, I'm a car guy. I like cars. A lot of racing games I play. I don't even play because like I enjoy the racing or anything. I just like the cars.
Is that a bad thing, Shepard?
It's not a bad thing.
One.
I don't think so. But no, it's autonomous cars are, for a lot of people, they sound really cool because like I don't even have to drive, dude. I could be taking a nap in the back seat on a road trip.
These freeze frames are great.
While my car just goes. Like, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Huh?
But at the same time, it's
But
like
the same.
we all seen iRobot.
Yeah.
At the same time, we all seen iRobot. That's Will Smith.
And that's where
Everyone
I'm
knows
also
Will Smith.
like to the point. I'm kind of sitting there just like, and this is a personal thing as well, where I'm just kind of like, I would also like to actually just drive my car.
Leave it to Tesla. Fair enough.
Like I said, cars and yeah, that's fair. Actually, my favorite car manufacturer is Tesla because
Here's
so
the thing.
nice.
The Note is also actually, what's the word? Oh, I can't remember the word right now. What's it? More sturdy. It can take a lot more drops. It can take a lot more damage, and it
Okay,
actually has higher
okay. If we're
processing
gonna,
powers.
this is the
for
thing: heavier and
larger
bulkier.
functions.
When it comes to a phone, if you're buying a phone because like heavier or bulkier, or
Yeah.
like you're not buying one because heavier or bulkier, it's a phone. And if you're going for like a 10-inch screen, which I know is not what they have, but like
That'd be
you know,
ridiculous.
yeah. Like if you're
Let me
going
do this
for a
real quick.
massive screen, though, heavier and bulkier, like it's probably not even
It's
like
just a phone.
2-3 pounds. It's also probably not even like 2-3 pounds.
I
You
just
know.
have it because longevity is something I value, and I like the note function itself with the pen because I write stuff down.
It's a personal preference thing. We won't get into it this stream.
For me, the best
Maybe
electric
you'll get
cars
us
are
into it
from
later.
Rimac. Rimac. I don't know much about Rimac.
Um,
My biased. That's
yeah,
since
I
it's
mean,
from my
maybe,
country, but
but
their concept too is amazing.
I mean,
I don't know so much about
yeah,
them.
but you can just we'll look them up. You can look them up and everything. But
Yeah, I got it.
I
Go
will
keep talking.
agree. I mean, they've got some nice cars. It's just I like Tesla because I don't know. I like Elon Musk. To be 100% honest. Um,
He is high on life and a few other things. What
but
was say?
by the way, it's
Spoke about it in the interview, by the way.
yeah, I know, but it's one of those like we're just I just love the cars, I do. I feel like I'm about to sneeze too, and it's gonna take a second.
What are you trying to do?
Okay, I don't think I do. I thought I had to sneeze, but it's okay.
Oh, okay, we're good.
So,
Bias. There you go.
you're good,
You got
right?
it. Don't worry about it. You got those
Yeah,
two
yeah,
asterisks.
you
You
got it
fixed the
eventually.
fixing.
So.
You're good.
But yeah,
Oh, that
so
looks.
I'm
Dude, that
more
looks
of a
like a
fan of
transformer.
Tesla, but at the same time, which one?
I'm looking at the Rimac design right now, their most current one. It looks like a transformer. It's really cool. One second. I'll pop that over real quick.
They do look.
Show this
I
off
mean,
real
they
quick.
look really neat.
This looks like a Decepticon.
Clean.
Not only a Transformer, this is a Decepticon. I'm just saying. Look at that. That's a Decepticon.
Yeah, they have a clean design. The thing is, like, it's one of those. They're much more expensive cars, and it's the same with Tesla. So they have a very clean
other
design.
products and failing miserably. It is pretty funny. You are right, XQC. It's pretty funny.
So.
But yeah, they don't. Here's the thing about Apple. They were originally a computer business. They were under Steve Jobs. They were a computer business. Still technically a computer business. But they've also shown that they can branch out. They've monopolized a lot of computer editing software and products. Actual editing, not the necessarily backing themselves, but the true processing and familiarity of editing any sort of format right now is usually done with an Apple. That's very big. That's very impressive when you and all, but they also have a big monopoly on a lot of phones. You will see more Apple products than Samsung products more often than not, at least from my experience. That might just be my experience, but that's just how I've seen. You're just going to see more Apple products. And it's when you consider they were originally just that tech company, just that computer company, it shows that they can branch out. So when they cut something like this and simply say, well, we don't need it, you're like, where are you putting this other ways? That's the important part, though. Where are they putting the resources that they were backing this with? That's something to look into.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just kind of hyped about them actually having having autonomous cars because it's less about the actual technology itself and what the tech is gonna do and all that, but just know
into someone's pockets. You're probably right, Chili.
It's actually possible to have that technology.
Let's see, Apple Net Worth 2019. Oh, see you, XCC, man. Have a nice day, man. Let's see. There is no Apple Net Worth 2019. See, their approximate is about. Let's try to find it. 1 trillion. Yeah, it's $1 trillion right now. Exactly 1 trillion, just around there.
Yeah.
Get clean,
they're worth a lot.
Be clean. Always be clean, people. Be clean, please. Clean yourselves.
But that's
Than what I have. That's more than I have. You and me too, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. That's more than what I've got. You know, as surprising as that may be.
But yeah, Apple dropping any project, let alone one of their more like secret sort of those. Oh, what are we doing? Oh, we're so mysterious. Oh, this is really cool. Can you see it? No, that's what we want.
Titan at that.
Project Titan. It shows that they're gonna be diverting resources, or it just wasn't working out. So it's a major hit for them either way.
Maybe they're stepping back a little bit and saying, "Hey,
oh, we put a pin on our iPad."
Maybe there's.
That's funny.
I mean, fair.
You're right.
But there's maybe they're just saying, hey, this isn't working out right now. Let's take this smaller team, figure out what the problem, and then expand the team and grow the project. So it's going to be interesting to see what they actually do with that, because it is an interesting project, and I'm kind of hyped to see where it goes. But we're going to move on to the next one,
assuming it's around,
which is YouTube cracking down on the Bird Box Challenge. For any of you who
I didn't know what this was. I didn't know what this was till yesterday, because I didn't get to read anything told yesterday. I looked at this and I was like, "This can't be real." And
it's real. It's real. So y'all know the movie that premiered on Netflix.
I did.
Made a massive scene. Because everybody's just like, have you seen Bird Box? Have you seen Bird Box? Have you seen Bird Box? Oh, Bird Box is so good. No, and then like memes spawned from it, and it's just like it's just this whole thing now. Bird Box, that's the movie. If you haven't seen it and you do have a Netflix account, I actually recommend the movie. It's pretty good. It is a horror movie, but it's pretty good. Well, yeah, I guess it's a horror movie. It's still pretty good. This is like the Tide Pod Challenge. This is like the Cinnamon Challenge. It's not good. We need to not.
It's not. But here we are.
So YouTube is giving its content creators 2 months to review and clean up prank and challenge videos that violate its new rules. YouTube has announced that it will be cracking down on viral challenge and prank show harmful or dangerous content, and warned content creators they have 2 months to clean up their channels. Basically, this is the thing. I'll just read this part. It's the best thing I can say. Internet collective interest in Netflix original Bird Box, which inspired the Bird Box Challenge, which had people blindfolding themselves while doing tasks as is shown in the science fiction horror film. This challenge is on, like, can you imagine walking outside?
We will not be showing anything for this one, because there are a bunch of videos if you really want to look into it.
Yeah. Can you imagine walking outside, blindfolding yourself, and walking outside and just doing everyday things?
No.
What
if no regular person should.
What if you walk into the street? Guess what? You can't see anything. That's extremely dangerous.
Good job, you played yourself.
Yeah, good job, you played yourself. And honestly,
and
you're about to damage
lives.
Somebody's car too. Like, somebody trying to mow their lawn blind. Yeah, okay, trip over the mower. Guess what's on the bottom of that mower? Spinning blades.
Good job. You played yourself. That's just, it's literally that simple, folks. Like, don't, if you ever considered, if anyone here, and I do hope that no one here even thought about trying this, but if anyone here thought about trying this, do not. Just do not, people. Be safe. Be smart. Be good for yourselves, if nobody else. Just please, 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 please be careful. This is...
Yeah, just don't do anything this stupid, okay?
Like, if you want to do something like stupid as, I don't know, being fluffy. I don't know here. Being me, in fact. Either way, you're not getting great odds. Do that. Be somebody. Be yourself. But don't be an idiot. Because most people aren't idiots by nature. You're just not. You have thinking brains. You can use them.
Poll in chat real quick. If you want to go answer that. That's just asking if you have seen Bird Box, just so we know kind of...
Who's seen this?
You know. Yeah, just so we know who's seen it. Actually.
I'll go ahead and vote no, because I've not seen this. Please verify CAPTCHA. If this asks me to take a test, I will not be able to do it. I fail these things all the time.
Wow.
I am really bad at these. My roster had 8 people in it in a week now, as for 2. I don't even know, and now we're in oof. That is tough to hear, bud. Are you sure about that? Yeah, oof. They're probably doing the Bird Box Challenge. Yeah, they're probably doing the Bird Box Challenge. Don't worry about it.
So far, it's massive majority of people have not seen it. I think so far I'm the only one that's actually seen it.
Honestly, thank the Lord this isn't getting popularized that much. Because we don't need people.
But the challenge itself is just so stupid. Like, this is the thing. Harkening back to the Tide Pod Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you eat that?
Why would you eat anything that was washing your clothes, washing your dishes,
yeah,
washing anything?
What do you think? Well, I'm not gonna go into my this is not full of dish detergent.
Colorful.
Surprisingly, like, Because it's colorful and
Tasty. Because it tastes.
No,
Oh, that's
no, it
rough.
doesn't.
Please, this
It's
is
so like
hurting my brain.
it's just like the big thing with this is it's just not good like for you at all. It is extremely unhealthy,
I
and
was
it's a
looking up.
point where we just can't like everything about it is just deadly.
Here's a
Going
nice
outside, walking
little.
around blindfolded,
Go and throw this up on screen
daily.
real quick. This is something that actually happened. Let me just put this up real quick. Bird Box challenge while driving. Predictable result. Monday, as a result of driving, covering their eyes while driving on Layton Parkway. Luckily, no injuries. Someone could have gotten killed in this. Any kind of popularization for this, beyond simply stating for awareness, don't do it, is stupid, it's absurd, it's dangerous to everybody. This is dumb. They should feel dumb. No. Whatever possessed someone to say, that seems like a fun idea? No. No, 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 no. That's dangerous.
Okay,
That's
here's a good one
harmful.
as well.
Why?
So, okay, prank and challenge videos have been a significant part of YouTube's ecosystem since its inception. The company's announcement pointed at two past trends: the Fire Challenge and the Tide Pod Challenge, as examples of what is no longer accepted on the platform. Do you know what the do you know what the Fire Challenge is?
No, I've never heard of the Fire Challenge.
Okay.
What's the Fire Challenge? I stay away from a lot of these trends, honestly. Do you know the way? Do you know the way, brother? That is the true question.
So, give me just a second. I'm actually going to
What are you finding?
try and find something for it.
You can link in chat. We're not gonna
Okay.
throw
No,
any
it's
self-harm
a
or anything
video.
on
I'm not
stream
going
or
to link it.
anything.
I'm just seeing
Okay.
if this is a good video for it. It's not a good video for it. Okay.
All right. Anyway, what was it? Just
All right.
describe to us what the challenge was.
Basically, you set your clothes on fire.
Is this a real thing?
Yeah. Yeah, it's real.
When was this?
I don't remember.
All right. So it was back in his running commercials for the next one. Yeah. Oh, that's
By the way, that's supposed to that
good one, Shepard.
That's hot. Wow. Yeah, so also abs just for you to know. And also chat, y'all can scream at streamers when they for those who chat who are subbed who can still hear us right now.
Oof.
Yeah, rip. We won't cover topics whenever we go on commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Like we'll just talk for a little bit. So, well, it's 180.
If you have any questions in chat about any of the topics, or if you just have something you wanted to say real quick that is safe for this stream, highlight
also
not
related,
dumb, and related to any of the topics we've had, or any of the genres of topics we've had, go ahead and link it in
Not a
chat.
stupid story though.
I mean,
we don't really
DM that one to me later. What's your favorite color?
Absolute on the forums.
Funnily enough, we're both colorblind.
We
both
are
of us
both
are colorblind.
Yeah. So, well, I'm partially colorblind. I'm blue-yellow colorblind.
I am
Tritanopia, I think is how you pronounce it.
Protanopia, but apparently I'm missing a bunch more cones that I scientifically should. Meaning I got really unlucky.
He's just pretty colorblind, if we're gonna be honest.
Pretty colorblind.
We'll just say that one is what kind of colorblind
also, I'm
is
pretty.
He? A lot.
So how's it going?
Wow. Well, there's a reason your face cam's covered up for me right now. I'll put it that way.
Ow! Oh, it hurts. I'm taken aback by him. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Hurts me. F in chat for me, bud. I'm dead.
Yes.
Killed me with that one.
Yes,
can it be yellow?
Yellow colorblind.
You can convince me nearly anything's yellow, so yes, it can be yellow. I've had whites before, but I thought were yellow.
I'm gonna say my favorite color is gonna be teal because I can't see it.
What is teal? Is that blue green?
Can't see it. Yeah, it's blue green.
Yeah, Dad was talking about that earlier. I couldn't see it. He could, and he was like, "Oh yeah, this is this." I'm like, "Neither of us can see that. You know, neither of us can see that. You're guessing." Yeah. He's like, "Yeah, I'm guessing." Called him out for it.
Yeah. I'll guess every once in a while. Maybe I get it right. So most of the time I get it wrong.
I will say mine personally is a very, very nice gray, because like all my wardrobe is so that I can match them. Because gray can go with anything, so I can match it with anything I need to. Easy clap.
Yellowish color. Yellowish color is pretty nice.
Where are you guys from? I'm from Oklahoma, so Midwest.
Yellowish. So
I love where are you from again?
I am from North Carolina, so East Coast. Well, from Alabama, so south. Either way, it's from the south.
Close, close.
So,
So eastern, southern,
yeah,
southeastern.
southeast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unlike the Midwest. I mean you
You're just
liked.
Texas's hat, anyways.
What do you mean you liked? KC was cool? I feel like I'm missing something. Alright, the commercial break should be over by now, correct?
Yeah, commercials.
All right, we can go ahead and talk
We're
about
talking to people who aren't subs.
Yep.
Over.
So yeah, it's over. Where's Fluffy from? Oh, Fluffy is from. Go ahead and say
I'm
again.
from the southeast.
Southeast.
So,
Not from Midwest. He's
living
from
in
Southeast.
North Carolina. Living in North Carolina, but I'm from Alabama. So
he was proud that Alabama State, meaning he won't win in football very often. But
what do you mean I won't win in football very often? Do you not like college football?
What?
College football. That's we don't have any pro teams, but you know
yeah,
that's
you don't
alright.
have any pro teams. So
I would like the song.
I would like
Why
the
is
song.
that, I think.
I don't know what that is. So
It's okay. It's okay. We'll move on.
I don't know if I should. Any mods in chat? Don't know what that is. If you want to hit him up for that.
You're a mod in chat.
I know, but I also doing this, so I can't like look up a video to see
I'm
what
a mod
it is.
in chat too.
I can't like say if that video is
But,
okay or
like,
not. So
yeah, I can't really do that either.
anyways, don't play it in stream. All
So
right,
it's not-
someone
alright.
clear that message.
Okay. No. It's the message is fine. It's just
Dude off.
do it off stream.
All right. Anyways,
Okay, gotcha. That's
back to the topics because we are almost on to the main talks, and we can continue the info dump, which is something else we have later on. Just that's supposed to be a free response, but we do it on commercial breaks too. So,
Yes.
anyways, back on topic. Bird Box.
So that's the it's such a stupid thing. It is
And,
such
okay,
a dumb
you
thing.
said you saw the movie, right?
Yes.
What was the movie about that inspired this?
There are monsters. If you look at them, they
Wow.
kill you.
Wow, inventive.
So
It's
you
almost like
remember,
the Greeks made it.
You remember the movie Hush, right?
Yeah.
It was either Hush or Quiet.
So
one
it's
of the
literally
two.
just like, oh,
It's
that was a cool idea.
So it's instead of this, it's this.
Oh wow, it's almost
They're
like
getting
they
to
saw
point where
the.
it's the monkeys.
It's
you
the
know?
monkeys. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, speak no evil.
Speaking of, yeah, that's it.
So
yeah.
basically, we saw Medusa in Greek mythology. We're like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And now that's the thing is, it's like you can't look at them or they'll kill you.
It's a different
And
thing.
so they always have. So they have like, they have cloths
Yeah.
wrapped around their eyes at all times. And there are people who basically try to tell them, they're like, no, open your eyes. It's incredible. It's amazing. No, don't open your eyes. You'll die, bud.
Nice. So they can
but
mimic
yeah,
human
so-
speech or something.
Do it.
Can the monsters mimic human speech or something?
I don't remember. Yeah, it's see here speak.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we got that one right. Good.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah. But so that's the thing is it's like it's just the movie is good, like I said, but the challenge is dumb. Just like, hey, yeah, Tide Pods are good at washing clothes.
Don't.
Fun to play with, not to eat.
Not to fun to play with, not to eat. Play-Doh.
The same thing with
Play-Doh. It's Play-Doh.
Same thing with Play-Doh.
Don't
too.
eat Play-Doh.
I think there's probably a
There we go.
challenge going around once
More than
so
once.
it's like, I'm gonna eat Play-Doh.
That was around the
It's cool.
schoolyard. Are you kidding me?
Watch your Cindy's. Watch your Cindy's. That's what we're staying with.
Watch your what?
Cindy's insides. She was trying to say insides, but Cindy's.
Have you never? Oh God. There we go.
Wash. Oh.
Wash your Cindy.
Wash.
I said, watch your Cindy? What does that mean? Watch your insides.
Yeah. Wash your insides. Yeah, Tide Pod challenge. Wash your insides. Guess they clean inside.
Have
and
you
out.
never?
Showers
Okay,
are pretty
toxic.
out.
I'll level with you, bro. Have you never like tossed it across the laundry room to try to land it inside your washer? I'm just saying.
If you haven't,
Like that's fun.
Like,
you haven't
done it
lived.
right.
What have you done in your life?
You haven't done your laundry correctly.
You haven't done your laundry correctly.
That's why it never gets washed correctly.
Yep.
Because you haven't like.
You've never gone for that Kobe.
You haven't tried to yeet
The true
them across
Kobe.
your laundry room.
It's the true Kobe
That's what you
yeet.
do. Yeah, Kobe. No, see, Kobe's
Soap's
for accuracy.
empty.
Yeet is
Yeet.
for. See, no, Kobe's for accuracy. Yeet is for power.
Throw anything
Distance.
hard enough, you can get a yeet.
Yeah, that's what yeet is.
And when you can throw a Tide Pod hard enough for it to hit the back, close the lid, and capture the Tide Pod in it, I'm just saying I've yeeted the thing pretty well.
That's a Kobe yeet.
Kobe.
Liquid
You
detergent.
always have to
Throw the
Kibo the Tide Pods. Kibo the Tide
Okay.
Pods.
We're gonna
Alright.
move on to the next topic. That way we can actually just.
Are you done
Go
with
info
the
dump.
idiocy?
Yeah. So Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, and Messenger are going to be merging. Not how you think so, though. So that's the app. That's the app.
Go ahead and link that one. Again, this is another one where we
It's a
won't show
link
it
right
on the
there
stream
for
because
that
the
one.
page is just too busy to try to read the words off of it.
Yeah. So this is the thing. They're not going to be merging in the way that it sounds like. Like when I say they're going to be merging, you think,
It's not
oh,
all be
well,
the
they're going to be
same like
merging
thing.
like all the same thing. It's going to all be on
Mm.
Facebook or all be on one thing. No. If you didn't know, Facebook owns all of them. It is the parent company to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Instagram was bought out by them a year and a half. We'll look it up real quick.
I don't remember how long. Yeah, you'll have to look that one up. But so the thing is, they're going to be putting the infrastructure all together, and I think I can actually probably find a quote. Okay, yeah, the three services would remain separate apps. Talking about WhatsApp, Instagram, and Messenger, would remain separate apps, but their infrastructure behind the scenes would be the same.
No, it was back in 2012. What am I saying? It was like, yeah, 7 years ago.
Yeah, that was before Instagram made all of its like.
Use none of the apps listed.
changes.
All right, Brew, you're safe, bud. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Zuckerberg, the Zucklebot is not gonna look at all your.
Yeah, he won't get you. So the thing is, even with minimal changes on the surface, the move could have an impact on the billions of people who use the tools. For example, it could allow the company to build a single user profile from its different apps to better target ads. Basically, that's all they're going with right now.
That's uncomfortable.
Is they're trying to get ads. Exactly. And the thing,
they're
WhatsApp
reading your
is
messges.
Exactly.
That's what it comes down
The
to.
thing
They're reading your messages
you
for
don't understand, and like it's like we say that this is so bad of these companies to do that and everything, but we all say
them
that.
permission.
You give them permission though. They're not allowed to unless you give them permission.
Very true, Prue. Big security risk again.
Well, yeah. The thing is, like, you'll still have different logins and all that kind of stuff, so like you'll be pretty decently safe at that point. It's just for them. Hey, thanks for the sub. Again, 4 months in a row, dude.
Ooh,
Pod.
Johnny.
That's that,
how do you say that?
Benader.
Johnny Benader, big one, man. Thank you.
Yeah, strike them.
Strike them.
Will do.
Strike them. Strike them. Are we talking about the blindfold challenge? Or are we talking about which one?
Both.
We're ready. Spam it in chat. Spam it in chat if you got it.
We're ready. Yeah.
We can start us off a little bit.
So the thing is it's Baconator, I hope.
Baconator.
Johnny Baconator.
AirPod wires. I believe that one too.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
I can go with that one.
So the thing is about that though, like the infrastructure is going to be changing to where they can better target ads towards everyone.
Which is creepy. Really creepy.
It is pretty creepy.
But we sign off on it. One of those things we have to realize nowadays is that those little permissions you give them on your phone, or I agree to this terms of service, is usually giving them data for things such as which ads will you be most relative to, allowing them to read your messages, allowing them to have access to different profile pages that may not even be linked directly to the app. Big one here is Facebook, of course, can look at your messengers. They can look at your Snapchat. Is currently almost being bought out by them. There's been a couple of deals close to it, so that might be coming up too. So it's all just it's very threatening, but we're in a point where we can't really
complain about it too much. And the thing is, it sounds terrifying when we say they read your messages. They do not go through and have somebody to read your messages. If they did, it'd be a much bigger, provider of jobs.
Yeah.
No, it's an automated system that basically looks for keywords and sends, and they send, they send information to other computer other computer systems. Those computer systems say, hey, these are the ads that would best suit this person. At least it's all automated, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's nobody actually sitting down and reading all of your messages to.
But then
Tom
again,
over there.
if you have anything that you want personal information wise, not out there, it's recorded, it's put there. You can't do anything about it. It's already up there permanently on their servers. So just be smart, people. Don't randomly confess your deepest, darkest secrets or something.
Something about that. There was a couple years ago, 2015 actually, there was an investigation where there was a murder involved, and they tried to get the guy who suspected of murder. They tried to get his phone from Apple. They tried to get it unlocked by Apple because they didn't know the password. Obviously, he wasn't just going to tell them the password to his phone.
Don't believe they did it, did they?
No, they would not let him in at all. The cops asked him, and they said, no, it's part of his privacy. He is not they cannot allow that information because he said no. So that is something like if the cops ask to read your phone and it's locked and you say no, that is part of your privacy. unless they have by now
warrants.
actually upgrade. Yeah, unless they have now.
And
changed
even
their
those
policy.
can be sort of warrants can now actually a lot of stuff can be ignored outright by companies like that simply because they're getting warrants is a very difficult process, especially on businesses themselves and not
Yeah,
individuals. So even that's kind of a lost cause. It's all up to
yeah.
them. That's it. It's all up to
I
them.
don't know what happened with that case, sadly. So y'all won't get any closure unless you look that one up yourself.
Yeah, we don't have
I
a
can't remember the
one.
name of the case or anything like that. I just
But
remember that's something that did happen.
big things
I
merger
never
though.
kept up with it afterwards, though. It was just something that was interesting at the time for me to read
Yeah.
about.
But yeah, WhatsApp was acquired by 2014. Instagram was taken by 2012. I think Messenger's just always been Facebook. It's always been their service.
It's called Facebook.
Even I
Messenger.
use Messenger,
Yeah.
so it's been around.
Like a lot of people in DI use Messenger. We use it for basically group chats in leadership and all that kind of stuff. So,
Either way, you're in trouble. You're right.
Basically,
If you're taken in by a
is,
cop, you're probably already in trouble. But
yeah,
that's another
more
thing.
than likely being taken in and being stopped on the road saying, "Hey, you were speeding. I'm gonna let you off with a warning." Two very different things. If he walks up to your window and says you were speeding, I'm gonna have to bring you in, bud. That's where you might want to look and be like, "Is this your first day on the job?"
This is a little weird.
Pretty sure you don't take me to jail.
Let me just put this on my phone real quick. Let me here. Phone's up in my hands are up. Don't do that. Anyways.
Yeah,
but
so,
big thing to realize though is this is the same company, this is the same man at the head of all this who was brought into court earlier this year, or not earlier this year, early within the last year, 2018,
about
selling data, and he doing this more openly with your information now. That's a red flag. It's a major red flag. It's one we have to.
Okay, so this is my thing.
It's weird.
When it comes to personally and all this, I don't mind my data being sold all that much because it's just targeting advertisements and that kind of stuff. Like, none of it's really going towards anything that we know of that's been brought to light. Now, we'll hold that one off for just a second. But if everything's true, they're just saying, oh, it just goes towards ads, it goes towards that kind of stuff, then
it's okay.
I don't
that
mind.
happens.
I mean, like, honestly, I'll go on a website right now and guess what? Oh, wow, there's an ad for Progressive and renting a room and buying a jewel. And
buying a jewel. Wow.
Yeah, yeah, like, okay, if those are ads targeted towards me,
I'm not logged in on Facebook.
You didn't do a great job.
Kind of screwed up now, nah. Not too good.
I don't know how to, that one. Yeah, they have to have probable cause and a warrant, and that's what they have to get to have a warrant. To get a warrant, they have to have probable cause, and they have to prove to the judge it's probable cause.
The problem is that they have to. The warrant for businesses are a bit different than simply doing it against a single person.
Mm-hmm. Warrant against a single person is you have to have probable cause against that single person. Warrant against the company.
And the way they do this,
here's the weird thing. Company,
the way they do this is that your message and such, when you're agreeing to the terms of service, are officially under any sort of legal restriction their domain and not the person in suspect. Meaning it's a whole other thing. It's not the same kind of warrant anymore. It's a completely different one that opens up a lot of business issues and political ties and all that sort of stuff. It's kind of like, we're not going to talk about those. That's way over our budget. Whole budget of 0 cents.
Yeah, there was video testing of Google Listen. Google listening to you start talking about the dogs. He got dog toy ads. He doesn't own a dog. Yeah, it does that too. And that's the thing. Again, it's advertisements.
It makes sense.
Having advertisements gauged towards you is something you don't like. I don't know what to tell you. We live in a world where that is just that is social norms now. If I sit here and I talk into my microphone about like whatever, if I just sit here and monologue, then not much is gonna. You look down like that's something you do a lot. But no,
I gotta call me out like that. It's very rude.
It's not something that like I won't get ads doing that. But if I walk into my living room and I just start talking, looking at my
Alexa,
TV, monologuing, and
talk to Alexa. There you go. Easy.
And I just talk to like my Google.
We live in a world where ad blocker is a thing. Here's the thing. Ad blocker blocks the ads. Ad blocker doesn't stop what the information being recorded is. And the truth right of that can be discussed by somebody else. That's not our job. It's just saying, like, this is kind of weird that they're finally merging these things. It makes sense from a business standpoint. Ad blocker, especially on a lot of platforms, are...
If you're using ad blocker on YouTube and you're watching, like, the same creator, all that kind of stuff, then like
Don't do it. That's
do them a
super
favor
bad.
and don't do that. That's extremely rude to the
Literally
creator
cuts off
because
access to any sort of
yeah, it cuts any revenue to
gains
them, and
at all.
that's their way of making money. Like it's the same thing
Way of living.
with us here. Obviously, we don't make money off this, but like if
No.
this were YouTube, well, actually, this will be going on YouTube, not today, but next week. Or this info pit will be going on YouTube and everything. Well, you have to whitelist things basically and set
A
them
lot of
up,
them are true.
that kind of thing. Yeah, a lot of them, but a lot of them do block YouTube and Twitch and all that, and it's just I don't know. To me, it's not a good practice. If you're on a website and you don't want to see ads, okay, ad blocker. Though it does suck. Again, it sucks for the actual provider of the website and the people who have it because they get like they have those ads on there to help fund for the website, and that's the thing of where like if people can't see the website or the ad because they don't choose the ads that go towards you. Usually, it's Google.
It's
or
all
another third party
services.
that
It's
does.
all groups, conglomerates, all those types of buzzwords.
So,
It's all
but yeah,
people
it doesn't
in groups
ad
deciding
blocker
which one goes
doesn't,
here.
Like, ad blocker doesn't stop the data from being taken. Basically,
No.
it doesn't. It doesn't stop the samples from happening. It just stops you from seeing the result of it.
Yeah.
That's the same thing of saying like, oh well, Canada's not real. I've never seen it.
I've never seen Canada. You don't exist, you maple syrup lies. Maple syrup does exist, and so does Canada, luckily.
Maple syrup does exist, and I have seen Canada, so it does exist.
Whoa.
But right, yeah.
Confirmation bias, maybe? I don't know.
But you know, like it's just I don't know. It doesn't change anything really. It just makes it where you don't see the ad.
It's a real bad example. Tough. Dang. Don't know how to argue with that. But that'd be the last topic for today on the main line. So, we're gonna move on from that. We can now move on to what we kind of do whenever we're digressing. There was an official category in our show for it called the info dump. This is just any extra things we had or chat wants us to look up real quick and check in on, see if we can find anything, or simply want to discuss.
See if we can give y'all our opinions on things that you want to talk to, or if you want to, talk to us about something.
We have backup things to talk about that we are also interested. We just don't exactly bring up to one.
I think he is.
I can look that up right quick. Here, I'll get that one even.
Okay.
But as always, we do have backup articles. If chat doesn't have anything particular, we can look it up real quick.
Yeah.
But obviously, do you guys have one to say we work?
There's a live sub count. Okay, I've already got it. Sorry. There's a live sub count, by the way, on YouTube. PewDiePie at the moment has 284,843 more subscribers on T Series, and PewDiePie is at 82,999,990, fluctuating.
How many?
He has 284,855 more.
That's not actually that much anymore.
No, it's
they caught up again.
Yeah. So.
And down $20 permanently? Oh, really?
So, Oh yeah, Overwatch now costs $20 permanently.
Wow.
Somebody poked me on that one, and told me earlier. Well, I can't remember what I was doing, but they poked me and they were like, "Overwatch is $20 now," and I'm like, "Sweet, okay."
Let me look at this real quick.
I'm not getting any more Smurf accounts, but
I know so it might. No, it didn't drop $20. It dropped by $20, meaning it's now permanently $40.
$20 permanently.
I think it's $34 as far as I can see.
What's also, is anybody else's BattleNet like
bugging out a little bit, acting a little weird? Mine is. I don't know if that's
mine's
a big thing.
Basically broken right now. Like, yeah. So it's really weird, actually. But it's whatever, I guess. BattleNet do its
It was $60 before.
It's been it was. I thought it was 40 before.
No, it was $60 and then it dropped to 40.
The base version of the game, not
was originally 60, and then it dropped at one point. I'm not sure how long ago
it dropped to 40, I believe. And has it dropped more?
I don't think it's dropped more. I think we're still at 40. I can here. I'm literally in the BattleNet client right now looking.
My BattleNet doesn't load it. That's what I'm saying. Like it's busted.
Overwatch tokens. Gosh darn it! Stop fighting me. Do not appreciate. Oh no, it dropped to. It says it's on sale right now. The Legendary Edition. Oh yeah, it did drop down to 40.
Standard Edition is $20.
Wow, it dropped even
Standard
further.
edition is 20, and Legendary edition is 40. Okay.
We all know that
So yeah,
Overwatch's
it
main revenue
has
right now
dropped.
is cosmetic and such and loot boxes, even though I don't know how many people are buying loot boxes anymore. That's kind of a big question mark. But
How many people are buying loot boxes anymore?
yeah.
Well, with the drop in prices on the actual game, more people are going to be getting the game. More
Interesting
than
thing
likely,
here,
at least.
Legendary is the same cost as Standard Edition right now. I mean, it's literally like no
No,
difference,
no, no.
but
That's for you to upgrade.
oh, for me to upgrade? Okay.
Yeah,
It looks
because
familiar
you
to
have
me.
the standard. I have the standard as well. I was looking at the same
Yeah. What
screen.
is this? What does the Legendary even do?
It
Epic
gives you a
5
couple skins.
epic
Yeah, it
skins,
gives you.
special skins. Oh, it's basically just special skins and then other
Yeah.
WoW product stuff.
Yep, that's it.
Alright, I don't
It
mind
doesn't give
much.
you much. It's just cosmetic items
That's nice.
extra. I mean, granted, that's all the game
That's
has. All
Overwatch
the
has.
base game has. It's just cosmetic items extra. Skins
We
aren't even really that
haven't,
great.
but I don't know how long ago it dropped, but that's, it's an interesting
Somebody
business
just
decision from
notified me
Blizzard.
today of it, and maybe I just looked over it yesterday, but don't weird for me.
Let me try to see where when this happened, but honestly, it's
Was in
not
there
too
for
surprising
30.
for them to drop it.
I mean, came out in 2016, right?
Yeah, so it's a
This will
couple
be the
years old
third
now,
year of it.
and
Yeah,
they kind of
this will be the third
have.
year.
I got the Legendary 30. Sorry, man, I was through my hands. I'm good
Too elite for me,
job.
dude. Too elite for me.
Too elite for me. Can't handle it. Too good. Too good.
Yeah, honestly.
Let's see. 2 days ago was this
Agreed.
news
Honestly,
article.
Shepard.
Yeah, it was only within like the past week, 2 or 3 days ago. That's when all the articles are going off about it. So about 2 or 3 days ago, it seems. So
Yeah.
pre-order was $20. Yeah. But here's right now, that's not too bad of a decision because honestly, no one was buying Overwatch anymore. Everyone who wanted anything had it, and alt accounts are just they're
Rampant.
there. People wanted
I have a
them,
couple, so,
but people were getting them from things like
Humble Bundle for
Humble
12
Bundle for like
bucks.
$12, and they had a sudden influx, and then people stopped buying them as often then, and they found other services
Yeah.
which also offered discounts on things for somehow it was really spish, but that's still a thing. But that's just a known thing. So them dropping it down like that to $20 does not make too much of a. It's a good decision from a business side because now they're still drawing in more people. Like anyone who they haven't already gotten in their massive Overwatch push they've had over the past 2 years. They're definitely roping in now. Overwatch, buy it. Everyone play it. Buy it. Buy it. Everyone's getting it now because their friends are saying, "Oh yeah, come play with me. It's only $20 right now. It's an easy purchase, one
only 20
time. That's
bucks.
it." And that makes a lot of sense. And loot boxes and everything are going to get more pay orders for loot boxes and everything else. And with them now pushing Overwatch League more and maybe trying to fund the game further's development through things like the Overwatch League and through esports, competitive stuff like that. And of course, a lot of tournaments have to think a lot of tournaments. I'm not going to say that. Never mind. I'm
$15 in a
not
couple
sure about
months. Maybe. I don't.
We don't know.
I won't be sure about that.
There have been a couple
but
whispers and
there's a
leakers saying that it
chance.
might be free by the end of the year, but that'd be like, I don't know if I believe that one yet.
Yeah, I don't know if I believe that one too much.
Yet,
Became
but
CSGO. Yeah.
But CSGO did profit from that. They did. Even if the reviews kind of went down for a bit, they went super
some
high.
Of the skins in CS cost $1,800. Like,
but people are buying them. They are.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a good plus money.
That's why, like, it's crazy.
So Overwatch it's definitely not the most practical decision, but it's definitely one of the smartest ones they could have made.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good sort of delineation between the two. But yeah, that's a little bit surprising they dropped it down, but it's a smart business decision.
Mm-hmm.
All right, any other ones we want to talk about tonight? Come on, chat. I know you're all very interesting people.
Oh.
All right. Your 23-cent skin. I'm proud.
Skin,
nice.
Yeah, same.
I mean, if we're not gonna do anything else, I can finally talk about Kingdom Hearts 3. Smile.
We've already talked about Anthem a little earlier, though. Yeah. We're kind of beating a dead horse at this point, talking about it. Though, we wouldn't be beating it. We'd be petting that horse.
We'd be petting that horse. It's very alive.
It's very alive.
It's also may go down a dark path and take us along with it, but we don't know yet.
You know what?
That's
fine.
probably what we kind of concluded.
I will ride that pony.
Yeet the horse!
I refuse to yeet that horse.
That
horse I want to stay with.
I yeet that horse. When gone.
Wow, that's pretty toxic, dude.
Pretty toxic, dude. You know,
that's pretty toxic.
I can talk about Kingdom Hearts 3 again.
Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk.
Yes!
Diverge.
I love Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm sorry. I am looking forward to this.
I think, pretty sure I'm smaller than you.
I'm not gonna show this video off. Wait, Kingdom Hearts summary. But there's a video I watched earlier that I kind of want to say. I'm gonna basically say go watch this because it's a complete lore summary done in the one good enough summary of Kingdom Hearts. That's the title of it. I won't link it because I'm not sure how much they want me linking stuff that's on YouTube and other people. I mean, I was probably like a non-DI person, so it's like I don't know. Don't want to. Not sure about that.
Just link it.
I'm just gonna link it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Just.
Wait, that was more loud than I thought it was gonna be. My apologies, chat. All right,
you didn't
not what I did.
It's fine.
That's good.
Right. It didn't destroy my ears, so.
I have a normalizer running this week, so we're kind of running on it. Hoping it helps a little bit with my loudness.
Actually.
But watch that video. I'm not gonna play it on stream because I want you to actually go watch it. He is a great. That is, he hasn't produced content on his own channel in a while, but I know he's active in a lot of YouTube communities. He's an editor for a lot of people, so it's very cool. What'd you say?
Who is it? Barry Kramer. Oh,
yeah, Barry from Game Grumps, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a long video. Here's the thing: it's a complete lore summary of Kingdom Hearts. Most of those videos are like 2 hours long. He did it in like 30 minutes. Very impressive. Yep. Very impressive. But oh my god, Kingdom Hearts done by him really just kind of pointed out to me how dumb it all is, but how much I loved it anyways. Yeah, understandable. Have a nice day. Oof. Yeah, makes sense though. But if you don't want to stay through that, don't stay through that. But I'm just saying that's a cool lore video, and I did want to boost that with a few people we did have here because I was impressed by it. But Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out this week. Kingdom Hearts coming out in 2 days, maybe 1 day. It kind of the schedule for its shipping seems a little weird as it's regionalized everywhere, meaning from certain time zones are getting it weirdly, and certain distribution zones are also in effect. So it's a little weird. So that's not. It may come like within the next day for content creators, or they may have to wait full time. But different things have been said. But that's going to come out with the next couple days. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a nice thing to kind of like look at. Oh, Walking Dead Final Chapter is still alive. Ooh, we can talk about that real quick. But definitely watch for Kingdom Hearts 3. We're going to be talking about it on Hot Games next week.
Right.
Definitely.
Before we do that, we're about to hop into a commercial break real quick. For all of you who are not subbed, you will more than likely see a commercial. If you are subbed, then you might not see a commercial.
It depends on what you're doing.
We'll see. And some of you who are not subbed also won't see a commercial. It's not 100% accurate on who it gets and who it doesn't. So
it's really
if you're
weird.
Still here, then howdy.
Do you guys play games on stream? If yes, can you? I actually have a stream of my own that I run on right now, Fridays and Saturdays, because school got busy. But I play games on there.
Commercial roulette.
Commercial roulette.
Commercials they're watching. Because if I load up, I probably don't have one. Yeah, I don't have a.
Yeah.
God, this. You know what? I want to comment on our logo and the way it works with the background and everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's nice.
It's
looks really nice. You put it in a good spot, by the way.
Yeah, it's almost like that's where the image balance is. Kind of OCD or something.
But yeah, no, I'm a big fan of this the logo that we have now.
Who made this? Was it Riptide?
You guys? No.
Who made this?
It was a friend of mine actually.
Nice.
Who does logos and stuff.
Go ahead and plug him real quick.
I did pay him for it because he is a good guy.
He is good boy.
Has stuff on Fiverr.
Where's it gonna go if you have a third person in the middle?
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Yeah,
we'll figure it out. Already got it.
Don't worry
Easy.
too much about it.
Most because we already have that draft set up and finalized.
If you like the logo, he also does pictures, stuff like that. He usually does like logos for Twitch, YouTube, just that kind of stuff.
Did you say his name yet?
Alex.
There you go.
His name is Alex.
Does he have a Twitter you can reach out on?
Give me a second. All of his stuff is on Fiverr. So like, if you want to actually get an order from him, that kind of stuff. So that is his. That's that. I don't actually know his Twitter, which is weird for me because friend. So
yeah, he did a really good job on this one.
His Google to this, but
this is a very nice logo, and I seen Fluffy had some of his work in the past too. Is very good.
Mm-hmm. I have if you're familiar with my avatar, my little character on the TeamSpeak and everything, or on TeamSpeak and on the forums for DI. If you're familiar with that, then he did that as well.
XCC, wait, what is that?
Pretty sure he did that one. Nature Valley.
confused on that one.
Yeah, I don't know.
Point us. Off that way.
Point.
Nature Valley. Ask nature. Ask nature. I'm not sure. I don't get it.
But,
I'm missing something. But yeah.
yeah
Talk about though. So the final episodes. Wasn't there a rumor going around that they were going to discontinue the final? Where'd it go? Walking Dead final chapter. Wasn't there a rumor going around they were going to discontinue it?
Mm-hmm. Telltale's no longer a company.
Then what's with the new episode?
Other people are picking it up.
Okay, who's picking it up right now?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So let's go ahead and talk about
Walking.
Walking Dead final episode production. Let's see who's doing it right now.
Nature Valley. You're talking about the Nature Valley Ranch.
Oh, that's what the ads are?
Yeah, the ad. Yeah, have you seen that ad, by the way?
Okay, so it's
she
Skybound
drinks a
Game.
bottle of ranch.
What?
Oh yeah.
Hold up.
Yeah. No. Okay, she's going through TSA, going to the airport, right?
Yeah.
And she's trying to take it on the plane with her, and they're just kind of like, you can't take liquids on the plane. Okay. Well, instead of putting it in her, any other luggage, she chugs a bottle of ranch.
I mean, to be fair, do you want to like spill it out everywhere?
That's a worry.
That's a worry in TSA. Are you kidding me?
It has a lid.
Are you been through TSA?
Have you tried to open a bottle of ranch just accidentally?
Yes.
Like one that's still broke, like it's not broken the seal.
Yes, if you drop them hard enough, they just...
You have to throw that on the...
You don't! I've been at Walmart. I've seen it happen.
You have to throw those things, okay?
Why would you drink that, Shepard?
I don't know what
That's
kind
a great
of
question.
Hulk you are.
I can't answer. I'm not a Hulk. I've seen other people drop it. Do not put that on me. Walmart. I did not do that. Okay. That was not on me. It was some lady. It was really funny. She got really sad, and it was not very funny after that.
Maybe she's the one who's drinking.
She got frustrated.
Ranch.
Maybe she was.
Like,
but she dropped it. It was just
like sitting. She's sitting there. She's like, my ranch. I dropped it everywhere.
My ranch. All right, so Fluffy's obsessed with ranch. Confessions.
No,
we're getting right now. Yes, he's officially. That is canon fact. That is canon. Fluffy is obsessed with ranch. Things we're finding out today.
That's not canon. Absolutely not canon.
And he values it enough to where he can never drop it in a million years. It's so far from a reality for him.
I'm pretty sure
It's so far from reality. He could not imagine such a thing happening.
Wow.
That's what we're finding out.
Wow.
But no, I haven't seen that commercial. That sounds hilarious.
The ad.
I would never buy Nature Valley. I would never buy Nature Valley simply for that.
It's good enough to chug.
No, because if people are chugging it like that, what's in it? And that's like, to be fair, I do drink marinara. I do drink marinara sauce, but that's
so it was
different.
A plastic bottle.
Was it a plastic bottle? Yes, it was a plastic bottle. That burst open? Yes. Yes, it was. And it was really funny.
The one in the commercial, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was a plastic one that burst open, so there you go.
Yep.
By the way, for whoever mentioned it, it is Skybound Games will finish the final season of Telltale's The Walking Dead. It is Skybound Games. I don't personally know that studio. I haven't ever heard of that studio.
Yeah.
But apparently they are
so you know why Telltale went under, though, right?
No.
Too much coverage on their games.
Wow.
Yeah, too much coverage. I can't.
Couldn't actually sell the games. That's hilarious. I mean, terrible. Yeah, that is terrible. That is terrible. So that's also very ironic. I meant to say ironic.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. The games were super popular. Everybody knew about them. It was just, this was a great thing, really great.
That was painful. You didn't need to do that. You didn't need to do that. We were having such a good time. And you just had to remind me.
Okay. We'll go with that.
How do you break a plastic bottle? You don't break it. It bursts open. There's a difference. That's what I'm saying.
You'd have to.
No. It was okay. No. I will reenact this. Hold up. No. You bring this up.
Aaron, we're moving on.
Look. Here's the shelf. You can see back there. It's perspective. Here's level. Here's level for the camera. It was on the top shelf up there. She goes to reach it. She's on her tippy toes, and she just smacks it off by accident. It drops down. It bursts. That's what happens. And it bursts. You are denying the truth, sir. You are denying the truth.
No. We're moving on.
It happens.
That conversations are done. That conversation.
It happens. The shelf yeeted it. Anyways.
Okay. So, this is
You did.
God, fuck it.
Anyways, what was it? I don't know what we were talking about. It was the overcoverage of the Telltale games.
Overcoverage. That's it.
There you go.
So obviously, YouTubers played the game. YouTubers played the game so much, and they covered every single.
Who's gonna play it after that?
That's the thing. Story-driven games. If you watch a story-driven game,
You don't need to play it.
what's the point in playing?
And when
it?
you're on it's not a Telltale game isn't a traditional game. It's a Disney World ride.
Yeah,
You see what's happening. Things can happen slightly different, but it's the same thing.
Yep.
But
So
they
the thing
also
is,
work with the same thing.
I
It
watched
works.
a lot of Telltale games, and I never bought any of them that I watched. And then Borderlands, the prequel is what I
Shepard, I didn't
believe
see your
their,
message. She literally
their
just
one's
went.
called. But
Borderlands
so,
pre-sequel.
yeah, Borderlands pre-sequel. That's what it was. I did play that
Let me double check.
all the way through. I actually played it all in one night, which was a mistake because I needed to work the next morning. But whatever. Who needs sleep when they got when you know you can play
Borderlands.
a game like that? It is really good, and for anybody
It
who
was
has
not pre-sequel. I was
played
wrong.
any of the games, it's not the pre-sequel. What's it called?
No. I'll keep looking up. Just keep talking.
Okay. Either way, the Telltale Borderlands game, the one that's story-driven, Handsome Jack. That's what it's called. Handsome Jack Collection.
Tales from the
remember.
Borderlands. You are
Tales from
completely off.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, the
I was wrong
Game
too,
of
though, so don't
Thrones
worry
one
about
as well. I never played the Game of Thrones one. I didn't even watch it. I'm not a Game of Thrones fan. I know. I'm part of the 0.1% of people who
I'm
have
there too.
never
I'm there
seen
too. I'm there too.
any
Don't
Game of
worry. We're
Thrones.
here. We're here, brother.
So, all I know is that they have a blue Darth Maul, and that made me interested.
And that apparently they have dragons and dragon ladies, and that's
Dragons and
it.
dragon ladies. So I'm like, maybe I'll watch it. I don't know. They also have short
Not
people and tall people and medium-sized
No.
people, and I like the representation.
All right, we're gonna have to finish off. We are at our time limit. But I just
wow.
want to say this real quick. She did not eat it. It hit off the shelf. She literally just went like this, and it fell. It fell. It fell.
It's sellout time.
It's sellout time.
Okay. So also, I really hope I looked the right way.
You did. I think so.
Okay.
I wasn't looking. I was
Okay.
focused on the ranch.
Hopefully. Okay, so I looked at your cam, which is over there.
Yeah, that
here,
was right.
or
That was
over
right.
there?
No, that was right.
Right
That was
over
right.
there?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's right
sweet.
there. You're over that
sweet.
way.
Okay. All right. So thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for being a part of the show and kicking chat out. That was I love that. Big part of what we do is actually trying to involve you guys and getting everything rolling. We really like talking to chat. I mean, it's one thing sitting here talking to each other about these kind of things. We talk to each other all the time, anyways. I don't want to talk to him anymore. I want to talk to you guys. But if you are interested in anything more DI, even if you are in DI, everything, if you look at the panels below, you can see our metal.tv. That is a sponsor of ours. You want to join through our link, that'd be amazing. Metal means so much to us, and it could be a really good addition for you. Also, our Twitter is down there. If you want to tweet us, I also look at our tweets every day, actually. If you want to tweet us, maybe we'll respond. Maybe we'll add something for you. If you want to talk about some topic that you want on the show next weekend, or,
And if we do get an article from somebody in particular, we will definitely mention the first person we saw it from. It may not be you if it's a popular article and we just have it sent our way by a lot of people, but we will cite the people we got it from. We will thank you on stream.
You
so if you
can
want to
send
do
it
that,
to either our Twitter at DamageInks. Give me a second. It's just at DamageInks. So
he sees that one. I don't see that one.
Yeah.
So it's a story. If it's a special story,
it's just like that right there. Like I just added streaming. It's just like that right there. So if it's a special story, just say at DamageInks. I found an article for the Info Pit. I want you guys to have this on the Info Pit next week. We will be live every Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we run for about 2 hours. Sometimes we go a little over, sometimes we don't go quite as long. But we always try to go at least over, whether that means we have to keep blabbing on or not.
Well, more that I enjoy talking about things with chat.
Every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's my bad.
Yep.
So yeah.
But that all being said,
and you can also check out if you missed the episode or you have anybody who you want to show the episode and you just they missed it. You can also go into the info panels below as well and see our YouTube. On our YouTube, we have a bunch of videos. There's actually some extremely high quality stuff from some of our creators at DI, but the Info Pit is on a 1 week delay. So this week's episode will not go up until next week. Last week's episode is going up on the YouTube, and it's either today or tomorrow.
And that was totally planned.
I quite remember. So it wasn't originally planned, but we that swapped around a little bit. But yeah, so you guys can go over there and recap on episodes, and hey, maybe we'll have some more stuff over there for you.
But that being said, if you do have a stupid story, like a stupid story you want to tweet at me, specifically so that he doesn't see it because he has to read through everything first before sending
Yes.
it over. Tweet at absolute NSB. That is just my Twitter handle, and it's also my Twitch handle if you would like to come see me any Friday and Saturday right now from 9 to 11 or 7:30 to 10, depending on how I'm feeling that day.
Thank you. It's a nice sweater. I like the sweater too. See, well here, we'll actually like.
He actually before the stream, I was freaking out on him because
actually,
I was trying
right
to do a
before the stream,
countdown.
we were preparing. I had to put it on, but it's always on the back of my chair.
I was trying to get
but
his
I had to
focus
put it on
him
because
doing a
today
countdown
felt like a special stream day
to start the stream. He was just up changing in a sweater, and I
This
was
is-
like,
this
"What are
is
you
a
doing?
sweater.
What are you
I'm
doing?"
not lifting it up any higher.
All right. But yeah, that's it. But
All right.
Stupid Stories in that way. Big thanks to, of course, the ones who run this all and allow us to use this platform to speak on Damage Inc. We cannot express how awesome Damage Inc. is for not only this, but how good of a clan, how good of a family Damage Inc. can be for you if you really invest time into it. And it's such a nice place.
And if you're interested in watching any other streams, I know we're doing a whole lot of selling out this episode.
But it's because we actually have
by the
something to
way-
sell out because things have been cool lately.
Yeah.
Like, real cool.
Yeah, things have been getting a lot better, like getting really, really good lately. It's always been pretty good, but like it's getting really good lately.
It's like
If you're a part of
No Game
Damage Inc.
Plus.
and you want to see, you want to see what is upcoming on our streams and everything, that is a new thing. So obviously, there's nothing up this right now.
We didn't
will
even
be
know
putting
about
the info pits on there. Yeah, we were just informed earlier today on the stream.
There you go.
So if you guys want to see what's going
Shout out to
on
Riff.
there, we're gonna make sure every weekly episode of anything has that right there. So just make sure to go up there and say if you're like just check out what's going on our stream.
Might find something you enjoy. But that'll be all.
Yeah.
So one last thank you, and this is the biggest thank you of all. Thank you for everybody who's showing up tonight, chatting in chat, or simply lurking around. We appreciate both forms of viewership because without you guys, we wouldn't do this. Not that we couldn't do this because we could sit here with no viewers at all, and
we could just
still go.
babble.
But having people around, having both those people sit in chat, knowing that people are hearing us at least, and actually having those people talk back to us, that's fun. That's why we do it. It's the why. And without you guys, we wouldn't doing this at all. So thanks for being around. Really do appreciate you. Lamau.
Studying? That's fine. You can study and watch.
Same. Without us, it's boring. You bit right.
Yeah,
You bit right. I don't got enough conversation topics of my own.
Thank you guys for coming out. It does mean a lot to everybody here, everybody behind the scenes, and obviously here as well. But as always, I'm Fluffy.
And I'm Absolute NSB. Thank you and have a very nice night. Bye. Way, Fluffy.
Take me to never